The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect those of the Barbers Chat Network, our great partners at H&B Media, or any of our media peers. We're just five idiots who love sports and love to talk shit. If you're offended easily, then this show isn't for you. And for those of you who aren't offended easily, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Remember, it's only entertainment.
So cool.
Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold. My agent just said we made 100 flat. Make it back and make it stack, this like I'm Steven Jack. Put my rings up in the camera like I needed that. Up in the air and at the rim is where I meet them at.
Before we start the show, we want to thank our sponsors, Pillars. Pillars is the best clothing line in the Chicagoland area. If you're looking for a dope hoodie, a sweatsuit, shirts, shoes, or even stuff for your kids, Pillars is where you should go. You can visit any of their 4 store locations in the Chicagoland area or visit pillarsclub.co and order online.
Hey, yo, it is Thursday, so you know what that means. I got my Bears jersey on. I got the Peyton on ready for a new era for the Chicago Bears. I am J.R.Bang. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of I'm Not Gonna Hold You, but this is the draft edition. I am your host, J.R.Bang. You can follow me on everything at J.R.Bang, and you can also follow the Barbers Chat Network at the Barbers Chat Net on Twitter and IG, and follow our partners HNB Media at HNB Media TV on Twitter and HNB Media on IG. And you can get in tune with our sponsors, Pillars, at pillarsclub.co. And while you at it, rate, like, subscribe, download, comment, do all of that. We appreciate the feedback. As I said, man, y'all know what it is. Today is the day. We have been waiting for this since halfway before the season was over with. But now it is here. The NFL draft is minutes away, 30 minutes away, and it's a new era for Chicago Bears. But I'm going to go ahead and bring in the homies. Got my man Dante and Mikey. What's good?
Hey, man, we finally here. I wore black for all the Justin supporters. You know, it's over. It's over. Today is the day, baby. You can officially bury that shit. You know, but no, I'm excited, bro. I'm not going to lie. I woke up. And like I really felt like a kid on Christmas, like because you know, as much as we talk about the quarterback talk, we never had a chance to really go get a guy, like to go get like that guy. And like this is our opportunity, this is our moment, and it seems like everything is really lining up. So I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be a really great day.
What's good, Mike?
Yeah, chiller, man. I'm geek, man. I woke up. First thing I played was that Draft Day by Drake. I sent that like 6 a.m. to the guys. For those of y'all that don't know, I'm back in the land. I'm back living in Chicago. So, just touring the city today, making my moves, going downtown, seeing everybody in Bears gear. I seen the guy with, the official draft hat. That's going to be dropping today. You see everything on the blue line, that this is the most important pick in Bears history. So, we finally here, man. Happy Drake, mate. Block Rome, man. Block Rome. I'm happy. I'm happy that we finally made it, man. Kind of like Bang said, we've been preparing for this. I would say since we started kind of tweaking those games in the fourth quarter, mid season, we kind of started to know that this was the trajectory we were going. And, I would say late October, early November, we started being on Panthers watch. So the fact that the Bears got this pick while still having 7 wins and not being all the way ass, we're about to step into a new era, man.
Yeah, so I think that's important for everybody to hear, right? We've been hearing for this entire time that we've been waiting for this pick. We've been hearing all of the pundits talk about the Bears like, or at least at the beginning, like they earned the number one pick in the draft. They haven't been talking to them about them like they had a 7-win season, right? And then you start the tide to start to turn. You start seeing people say, "Oh, you got to remember it was a 7-win team, and they have a good right tackle, a young right tackle, and Darnell Wright. They got Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. This is one of the best situations for a rookie quarterback to go into. So let me ask you this question as we wait for this pick in about 45 minutes. If I'm the Bears, I'm not even waiting the full 15 to announce my pick. But is this Bears situation the best situation ever for a rookie quarterback? Dante, start with you.
I'm gonna say yes. I think you have the potential to add, especially if they add another receiver at number 9. I think you're talking about having 2 proven number 1 receivers. Cole Kmet had a breakout. He's coming off a breakout season and is a really quality tight end in the league. I say, right now, top 15 has the potential to move up that list if he continues to improve. But he's a top 15 tight end. Swift, he had a 1,200 all-purpose yards last season. So you're coming into an offense that will already have the best set of skill position players he's ever played with. And so I think in terms of a rookie quarterback, when we really look back, obviously now with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, there aren't really any other rookies that have come into a situation where they have truly been given the keys to a offense. I don't want to say loaded because it's all on paper right now, but an offense that looks like it's going to be pretty damn good already without him as the quarterback. So I think it's one of those it is a situation where you haven't seen a rookie come into anything like this. And so that's why I think it's fair that all of our expectations are as high as they are, especially with the way that he talks. Even if there's some slight struggle out the gate, I think we all expect big numbers out of him because the situation around him is going to be, to the point where I don't want to say there's no excuse, but he will have everything he needs to succeed. So I think it's without a doubt the number 1 situation a rookie will ever come into.
Mikey?
Yeah, 100%. And to expound on that, no quarterback taken in the top 5 in his rookie season has ever started a season with 2 1,300 wide receivers on his team. So Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham and Matt Eberflus, them being able to identify that maybe the last couple swings that they took at wide receiver, outside of DJ Moore, and Chase Claypool, Velus Jones, Tyler Scott haven't really panned out. So you go and you give up draft capital to get somebody like an all pro and a Pro Bowl wide receiver in Keenan Allen, who still has lots of football to play. I know he's he's over 30, but he's somebody that his game just gets better, as he gets older. So, adding that in there, you go and you get somebody like DeAndre Swift. Like I completely forgot today that we even signed him. Like I was thinking, who are running back? I was like, oh shit, we just got DeAndre Swift. So that's a pass catching back, somebody with a little bit of wiggle, and then Cole Kmet was ascending. You go and you get somebody like Gerald Everett. Last year you invest in the offensive line. This year we'll see. If they go ahead and they further invest into that offensive line with that second pick. But without a doubt, Caleb is coming into a ready-made situation, and I think you have to give kudos to Ryan Poles and to everybody over there up in Lake Forest. This is no longer the rebuild. Today is the day that we stop talking about rebuild. This is the last move to go ahead and cap that off. We're no longer in rebuild. We're now in the next step, and he's made it extremely palatable for a rookie quarterback to come in and have success in his first year with the roster moves and then getting some guys on defense that can go ahead and carry them, if need be.
Now the Bears have 4 picks in this week's draft. Of course, the number 1 pick, the number 9th pick, and I believe it's a 3rd and a 5th pick. Let's talk about this 9th pick real quick. Diana Rossini sent out a tweet earlier today that said that the Bears is open for business at that 9th pick. So if my thought is if we're having this conversation right now, that means that there's definitely some movement that is potential to happen in the bottom 10 of the draft. So, Mikey, do you believe that the Bears, and your thoughts, do you think that the Bears should stand pat, grab best player available, Or should we invest and try to get a little bit more out of that pick? Maybe get another pick or two out of this draft by trading down.
If it was me personally, I would stand pat. I would stand pat and hope that you get, one of the top 3 wide receivers. I don't think this is the year where we need to continuously add mad bodies. Next year I think we have about 7 to 8 picks.
9.
Depending on 9 picks. So, depending where Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers situation falls out, one of them might be an extra 4th. We got Carolina's high 2nd, which we project to be a high 2nd. We have our own 2nd. We have a 1st round pick next year. So I think this year you're in a advantageous spot to go ahead and take best available, while still going ahead and fixing a need. I don't think you need the 100% go and draft for need. The way that they've set up the cap over the next couple of years, that still have flexibility every single year. When I don't remember the last time that as a Bears fan that we have flexibility almost every year, consecutively. Like we haven't had to make those tough decisions yet. So that's what comes with getting a rookie quarterback. So I would like to stand pat, but if somebody is willing to give you something and your draft board is shaking out in a way where you still think you can get one of your guys at say pick 14, pick 12, 13, 14, 15, then I think you have to look at it, try to get a 2nd round pick. But if it was on me, I would stay at pick number 9.
Tay, what you got?
Courtney, what's the word?
Oh, hey, Courtney.
How we doing?
I was actually waiting because I saw you with the remote. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I was trying to figure out. I have the draft coverage on, right? But I see this lady in this highlighter ass dress. Okay, is she singing the national anthem right now?
It was on.
She was singing "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
She was singing. I was thinking it was "Lift Every Voice and Sing." We got to sing "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
For what? For what?
Hey man, we got no.
Whoa. Courtney took her red hat off before she got on. Whoa. What's going on, guys?
Whoa. For what it's worth, I'm also not crazy about the anthem during games. Can we just play the sports ball?
Do you know the words to "Lift Every Voice and Sing"? Do you know the words to "Lift Every Voice and Sing"?
Yeah, my mother is black.
I mean, that don't mean nothing now. Hey, whoa.
What do you mean?
Whoa, that don't mean nothing. I know plenty of black folks that don't know "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
It is wild singing it at the fucking draft. That is
the draft is wild.
That's random as hell. What are we doing?
Hey, but I'll take it.
All this time. Also, let's speed this up. We already know what we're doing here. All the pomp and circumstance is crazy.
Yeah,
also, Vegas. Why is it in Detroit?
Hey, look. I've had my issues with Detroit.
Look at all those people there, man. That looks better than what it was in Nashville.
I bet those hotel prices were spectacular.
Yeah. But look, everybody know my issues. If you listen to the show, if you listen to some dude, I fuck Detroit. And if Detroit don't boo the number 1 pick, they hoes. All right, they should boo the number 1 pick today. They need to boo it relentlessly, even though they ain't gonna be shit after we do what we need to do for Chicago Bears. Dante, what do you think the Bears should do with the 9th pick? Should they trade back if given the chance, or should they stay back?
No.
You got to go best player available. In fact, I'm trying to take one of those 9 picks from next year to move up. I think you move up, and because I want to go get Marvin Harrison. That's my thing. I think you go big splash this draft, and then next year you can use your 7 or 8 draft picks you have left over after you do whatever you got to do in this one. But I think you package 9 to move up. There's too many teams above you that want to move down for you to not. If you can move up to get Marvin Harrison, then I think you do that. So I mean, I wouldn't move up for any of the O-linemen, anything like that, or anybody else. It's really just Marvin Harrison. So if you have a position to go up and get him, I would do that. But otherwise, I stay at 9 to take the best player available. It's starting to shape up to a point where we're going to get one of the big 3 wide receivers. They said it's a 50% chance that Rome Odunze is there at 9. That would be a great pickup.
On the screen. He just popped up on the screen.
That would be a great pickup. And Also, we also talked about the depth in the wide receiver in this draft. So if they were to go 9 at offense, if they were to go O-line at 9, I wouldn't be mad because at the back of the draft, you may be able to grab a wide receiver because they don't have that many picks. And then, I think their next one is they have a 4th rounder, right? Or 3rd or 4th.
Third round,
Mikey,
I believe it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 3rd round. I believe it's like pick 75.
Yep.
Right, so you can get a receiver, and I think you can get a receiver that can contribute in that range. So if they did go, Olu or Alt at 9, I would be cool with that.
And they go down quarterback. No lining. He still decided not to get a lining.
That's his
Caleb
swag,
Williams. Bro. That's his swag. Hey, Courtney.
Custom chrome heart.
The suit is clean though.
Guy is such a fucking nerd, and that's
the suit is clean though.
Disgusting.
Hey, look at that.
Clean,
no lining. Look at that. It is no lining.
My quarterback, man.
It's woofing season. It's woofing season.
You see it? You know where he about to go?
He's all business.
Hey, Courtney, I've been waiting to ask you this since the end of the season because you've had to deal with us, talk about this day, talk about this quarterback situation, to be depressed Bears fans throughout the season. How does it feel to now be at the NFL draft and this shit's about to be over?
Listen, here's the thing. I have been waiting for this day. I knew it would. Listen, I already was fully prepared for it to be prolific. I'm wishing that my brother Scott were in here right now to witness this. But honestly, here's the thing. I'm not fooling myself and deluding myself into thinking that this is over and that this is where the conversation ends. Come up I'm being generous here, October, when the man throws 3 picks and you guys are back in the group chat absolutely spiraling. You know what? But let me not manifest that. Actually, that's really rude and unsolicited.
And Taysom Hill is running quarterback draws. That's what we're doing, Courtney? Is that what we're doing?
Listen.
Is that what we're doing?
It's bad juju. It's bad juju. I'm so sorry that I put that out there. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can't believe that this is that's your quarter. That's your man's. And y'all gonna stick beside him.
Yeah, we're gonna stick beside him until the decision is made otherwise. We're gonna get back into
Justin Fields.
Hey man, we're gonna get back into this draft in a little bit. Because also with you and Mikey and Dante being on, I'm about to shock y'all for a bit real quick. I heard that y'all had a new player for the Cubs who did very well. Who was Pete Crow Armstrong? I don't know this guy.
Wait. My man's watching baseball?
I saw a tweet.
I saw a tweet.
Listen,
It's on your timeline.
That's huge. I saw a tweet. And as you see with Orlando, he hits his first home run, and we get Caleb in Rome. How does this all fit?
And Angel Reese, listen.
How does this all fit into Chicago sports?
Pete Crow Armstrong is ass. Pete Crow Armstrong is ass. All right, he's the left-handed Albert Almora. Okay, don't get caught up in the fact that he did what a lot of people at Wrigley do. He lifted one up into the air and he let the wind take it. All right, my man is 1 for 17 in the second half of last year and the start of this year. 93 miles per hour looks like 104 miles per hour by him. He has a huge hole in his swing. Stop. He's not the one to get excited about. There's other people you could get excited about in the Cubs system, not PCA. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with that blue hair.
Not black Corey Patterson. He's quite hot.
No, now I know who Corey Patterson is because that man has so much promise. And that dude didn't do shit.
He's a 5-tool talent. That motherfucker was swinging at air every game.
I did not realize that you had such strong feelings about Pete Crow Armstrong.
I don't think he's nothing of what they say from everything that I've seen of him. I think defensive.
I know he needs to work on his offense, but
he's Kevin Kiermaier with blue hair, and Kevin Kiermaier has more pop.
And his mama, the mama for Rookie of the Year, some shit.
Oh, I don't know that.
I think I heard that shit. See, I'm trying to learn. But
J.R.Bang Hey, it's draft day, Orlando.
Yeah, it's draft day, Orlando. We ain't got to worry about that shit. But let's just look at Chicago sports. Let's just look at Chicago sports right now. Caleb Williams, number 1 pick. Connor Bedard, number 1
I don't
pick.
want to talk about the Chicago Blackhawks on this thing right now.
No, I ain't saying
We
I
next
don't
up.
look
We next up.
generational.
Let it die. Let that
Like
go.
we just, but right, just let it die. All right, generational talent. We won't have to talk about the Reinsdorf teams. They all suck. But
Right.
with what we're seeing, and then the new stadium that pops up, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But you got the Sky with Angel Reese on the team and everything, and like, how does this right here, what we're gonna have today, along with some of the stars or the names that we're starting to see in Chicago, how do you see Chicago sports in the next 5 years, Dante?
Next 5 years, I think the next 5 years are very promising, especially because I don't know the gentleman's name that the Blackhawks just got straight out of college, but he's nice, and they
Yeah.
have potential to add more to that team, and it's literally starting to shape up the same way the Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves era shaped up, and the way that they added vets, and then they just took off. So you see the talent there. With the Sky, you got Angel and Cardozo, and I think a lot of people, Angel is the more popular player, but Cardozo is better. So you got two
Correct.
really good players on that team added to a young team with Coach Weatherspoon. So in the next 5 years, I could see them being easily, like I said, one of the best teams in the WNBA, and they're actually making themselves a destination, because we've seen that the latest shape of the WNBA is people are creating super teams. So I could easily see with the way rosters are made now, because they only got 12 teams, so a lot of good players don't make rosters. So I could see Chicago becoming a destination for players to want to come play with Cardozo and Reese and Coach Witherspoon. And for Caleb and the Bears, and like, obviously it's easy to get hyped around finally getting stadium renderings, seeing everything they want to do on the lakefront. It looked amazing. I know I was hating as somebody who played baseball throughout the Chicagoland area to see them put 2 full baseball fields under the columns.
Man.
Like, if they actually pull that off, I would definitely be sick. But that would be fire. And to actually be in a position where, like we said, you have a team that won 7 games, could have won 10 games, and you're adding the number 1 pick, which happens to be a quarterback. So I think the Bears, honestly, out of all the teams in the city, no matter where the other current teams are, they have the best future ahead of them. I think, without a doubt. I think we have an opportunity for the Bears in the next 5 years to be a perennial playoff team. And especially with Caleb on his rookie deal, you can start to see, like, hopefully next year, the same way you saw the Texans spend a lot of money this year to add to CJ Stroud and everything he has, we'll be in a position to do the exact same thing. So this is really setting up for 5 years, especially with those 3 teams to really go on a run. Obviously, like I said, we don't really talk about the Reinsdorf teams. And the Cubs, I think the Cubs would be okay. In that division that they're in, they're really just 1 or 2 pieces away. And if they get a prospect to hit, they'll be in a playoff hunt. So they'll at least be entertaining and excited and somebody worth watching. But the Bears, hands down, this next 5 years, it's set up to be really exciting.
So is
Courtney,
it
let me give you a
Super
chance
Bowl
to
or bust?
hate.
Is
Yeah,
it Super
Courtney,
Bowl or bust?
Well,
In the next 5,
Five?
in the next
You're
5,
you're gonna give him a 5-year leash? We're giving
he's a
him
rookie,
a 5-year
yeah.
leash.
5 years. It's a Super
We
Bowl.
didn't even give Justin Fields that long.
We gotta
Because
let that go.
That's different.
We gotta
That's
let go.
different
We gotta let it go.
circumstances. That's different circumstances.
Exactly.
That's different
You have better
circumstances.
circumstances. This is not your
Also their
average
guy.
number 1 pick.
No.
This
We're
is
not
also
even
their
talking
guy.
about. We're not talking about the circumstances of the talent on the field. That was never their guy. They inherited Ryan Pace's problems, and they decided they didn't want Justin Fields. So yeah, we're gonna give him obviously his rookie year. I mean, come on, there's people in the league that have longer leashes. Josh Allen, Dak Prescott's going on fucking 10 years.
And we both know how I feel about them.
So obviously, like, we're gonna, the way I like to put it is Justin Fields ran so Caleb could walk across that stage. So it's gonna be all of the tear down, everything. It led to this moment and them going ahead and adding a DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, a DeAndre Swift. You get a Montez Sweat, a Tremaine Edmonds.
But for me, you're making my point to a degree. 5 years with that talent that you have now seems.
That's a rookie. No, no, you're not crazy, but 5 years is the window, right? For a rookie contract, you get your 5 years, right? So you need to see what you have within those 5 years to determine if you're going to extend the quarterback, if you're going to make a move. So, 5 years is, I feel, standard for the quarterback position if he's drafted in the first round. So you got to remember too, this is, yeah.
For all of you, actually, for what it's
worth. Let's go.
So would you consider this draft we're going to take it at face value. We'll obviously see what they do with the 9th pick. We're just going to take number 1, Caleb Williams, at face value. If in 5 years you guys haven't won a Super Bowl under that rookie contract, would you consider that draft a failure?
No. I'll start first. No, I wouldn't. If that doesn't happen, I don't consider it a failure. If you don't see no improvement or still inconsistency, then I would consider it a failure. I consider it a failure if we still have questions at the quarterback position. We still are in the division that has, Jordan Love, who made himself very well, and a very young Green Bay Packers team. In fact, is younger than the Bears is currently right now. And even though I'm giving Detroit some grief, you still got the Detroit Lions right there. And depending on what happened with the Minnesota Vikings, if they are able to trade up to get a quarterback that they feel comfortable with, a lot of reports are saying that they're targeting Drake May if they are able to trade up. This division is going to be competitive. So if the Bears are consistently in the playoff hunt, I'm good. They just can't be in a situation where they're 6-11 next year, and then 9-7 the year after that, 10-7, but then they falter down. No, I believe if Caleb Williams is who he says he is if he's who the people think he is, with the team that they currently have, with the structure they have, the draft picks and the cap room, I believe that the Bears can be a perennial playoff team at the very least, maybe even get to an NFC championship game, possibly get to a Super Bowl. I'm just saying that I don't think if he does not go to a Super Bowl within his first 5 years, that is a failure.
Correct. And and Courtney, you got to understand this. The Chicago Bears the Chicago Bears as a franchise have not gone to back-to-back playoffs since I was in high school, so 2005, 2006. That was the last time they went to the playoffs back-to-back. The last time they went to the playoffs three times.
Put up with that?
Yeah.
The last time that they've been to the playoffs 3 times in a row was back 84, 85, 86, 87. So like we're not like, our expectations are, yes, we want this kid to be the savior and to finally say we have a franchise quarterback, but it's not Super Bowl or bust for us because we already know, like, hold on, first, to be honest, we just need to beat the Packers first off. Like, our expectations are so low, but if he is what he is, and if this roster is what he is, then everything should fall in place and he should be able to take off. But it's not Super Bowl or bust in the last 5 years. It's definitely multiple playoffs. That's a fire chain.
Is that Marvin Harrison's Jamaican track star girlfriend?
Behind it?
Yep, that is her.
What's her name? Cherokee? Pardon my. No. I need them to pan. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Mike. I think Mikey and J.R. are being polite about it, but I'll be honest. The bar is in hell with OJ. Like we don't have any standards as far as success in Chicago.
Caleb, our quarterback is on the screen.
To tell my quarterback that you got 5 years to get me to a Super Bowl when I haven't seen a motherfucker throw for 4,000 yards is absurd. So I think I think we said NFC. If in 5 years I don't see an NFC championship, I'm upset. If in 5 years we've been to the playoffs 3 or 4 times, we've made an NFC championship, we've seen that improvement, we've seen him, play well, I'm good with it. The only thing that would be a failure to me is if this guy gets out there and stinks this bitch up like Ryan Leaf. Like he would have to be like Ryan Leaf bad.
Yeah.
For us to be like, oh no, man, we fucked up.
What color are his nails today?
It's silver. It is silver. He got an alert. An alert came on the phone to talk about what it is. We are less than a minute away. This feels like New Year's Eve. I am Dick Clark today. It is New Year's Rockin' Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about 30 seconds away from the start of the NFL draft, a new era of the Chicago Bears. The Bears are expected to select Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC, with the number 1 pick in the draft. Let's talk about this stadium real quick before the draft officially starts. Let's talk about this stadium real quick. The renderings, the pomp and circumstances, hell, the prayer from the pastor,
Wild as hell. Wild as
hell, was at the Bears press conference yesterday to talk about their new Lakefront Stadium, which looks very similar to another stadium built by the same people who built Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. What were y'all thoughts? Dante, I'll start with you. What was your thoughts on the new stadium rendering and the pomp and circumstance that went behind this announcement?
I mean, when you're trying to fuck the taxpayers out of $4 billion, you gotta put a lot of extra on it. So it was a lot. The prayer was ridiculous. Like, with all the shit going on in Chicago, I don't want to sound like somebody on Fox News, but for you niggas to pull the past out,
you sound like Lawrence Holmes. Lawrence Holmes was snapping,
bro. Because to pull the past out to pray about the stadium when there's so many other issues going on in Chicago, that was silly. But in terms of the actual stadium, I loved it. Like you said, I know renderings are renderings, especially when people use the same company. This, a lot of times the graphics they use, it's the same graphic that they use for the Tennessee Titans, the inside of their stadium. So yes, like you said, they also designed the Allegiant. That's kind of how they do their renderings. And we also know 9 times out of 10, the stadium not gonna look like that when it's all said and done. So, but in terms of the actual stadium, everything they want to do, it looks dope. Like I said earlier, I really love the baseball stadiums around the columns because, they are a national landmark, so you have to keep them. So that would be a great way to repurpose them and continue to add that to the next chapter of Young Chicago is just a part of that history. Like you said, imagine, you got games out there, Mikey, y'all come out there, y'all playing on the lakefront with the columns behind you. Like, that would be fucking crazy.
That's so crazy.
Man, the overall project looks amazing, and I would hope we can find a way to get it done. But I also hope that the Reinsdorf, take a cue from Stan Kroenke, from Ballmer. I know they pockets are a lot longer, but put some of your money into this because y'all want to reap the benefits. The Governor Pritzker made a good point. He said they want to keep all of the revenue from every event at the stadium, but they want the taxpayers to pay for it. That's kind of ass backwards. So you've already got people on the business side who have bought PC public seat the PSLs.
The PSL.
Because I, as somebody who has a PSL, it's kind of annoying. If I would be pissed off if I paid this much money for a seat, and now you finna tear this bitch down, and I got to buy another one. Like, so you still have all of that. So it's
Kevin Ware shied away from talking about the PSLs because he was like, "Oh, we need to see, like there's still more money issues that they needed to get to before he can determine what they do with the PSLs." But I thought it looked beautiful. All things aside, I thought it looked beautiful, especially the baseball stadiums out there. You can imagine some summer league, whether it's clincher or something, softball out there at nighttime. It's going to be a live area. It's just going to come down to the financing. I just don't believe that they're going to get that from the city. So I think it's going to still have to go to a referendum and go to a vote. Because there's no way you could say that the taxpayers are going to pay for this, like you said, Dante, when there's a lot of other pressing needs in the city. But it's beautiful. Now, it's time for them to get it hammered out. And, out of everything that's going on with the Bears, that's like the least of my concern in the stadium. I'm more, the draft, the players, and going forward, what they're going to put the product on the field. But I can't deny that it doesn't look dope, man.
Hey, I saw a lot of Lane versus Clemente fights when I saw.
Oh yeah. I was out there with the shake. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw those baseball stadiums, I was like, "Yo, Lane versus Clemente fights." I cannot wait to see those happen when that is done. Courtney, living next to a stadium, and being in a market that their high school stadiums are bigger than some stadiums for any of the major 4 sports leagues. What was your thought when you saw the new stadium that could possibly be coming to Chicago's lakefront?
Oh, I thought it it looked great. Most of these like AI renderings that these people, they all look fantastic. But again, I'm with all of you guys. I don't in the city, in any city in this country. I don't think that taxpayers should be subjected to paying for billionaire vanity projects, especially when there are studies that have been done that have shown that the economic impact of these respective stadiums isn't exactly what we have been told that they have been. So yeah, I'm not with it. You want to get a bunch of your buddies together, host a luncheon, a little fundraiser like they do for all their little charity tax write-offs, and you guys pay for it, because I think the city of Chicago has more pressing needs than a new football stadium, especially when the team hasn't exactly been anything to write home about. You think you deserve a new stadium? Go scratch.
Not gonna lie to y'all. I'm just here for my enjoyment. I want that damn stadium. I don't give a fuck.
feel you.
I want it.
Yeah, no, listen, if we're putting the politics and
fuck it. Figure it out.
People aside, beautiful stadium.
Figure it
I
out.
fucking hate the idea of people sitting in the stands after paying $500 for a ticket, fucking shivering their ass off with pockets full of hot hands, and it's snowing. That's not cool.
I feel you.
See these fans out there, they're fucking shoveling snow in Buffalo before that. What the fuck?
Well, this gonna be a dome, so we ain't gonna have to worry about
and
that.
toes amputated. Yeah,
This is
but I think, I think this is somebody who. The one I've been to show the field for other events. I've never been for a Bears game, believe it or not. I've only seen the Bears on the road. But I understand them wanting to host a Super Bowl in Chicago. Like I get it, especially even though we're cold with the city, Chicago, what it means to the NFL. The opportunity to host a Super Bowl in Chicago would be dope. Would be something that would be amazing.
Fuck Detroit get one and we ain't got one.
Exactly.
Right. Minnesota got one.
Minnesota got one.
Kevin Warren was behind that. So, he definitely said that they will put their bid in. You get a Final Four, you get all types of things. They had soccer on there. I'm with
WrestleMania?
you.
Oh, my. Yeah. WrestleMania in that place? Shit.
Oh, WrestleMania at the crib? That would be crazy.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm an amenities guy. I am willing to pay. So I'll throw my salt buck on there. I'll throw a dub if I got it. You know what I'm saying? Queens, what they had on Ghost? What
Queen's Child Project?
Yeah, Queen's Child Project. I'm down to donate to the Queen's Child Project.
Yeah, this really one of those fucked up moments where it's like, we talk about this all the time. We're like, gentrification and shit sucks, but when you can afford to participate in it, you have a different perspective. Like, because like you said, we see the negatives of this, but if they build that stadium, we all gonna be there.
Bro, I went to the coldest game in Soldier Field history. Bears versus Dallas. That shit, it was inhumane. All right, to be at that game. It was
stupid. That's so stupid.
I know it was stupid, and that's why I left at halftime.
You are stupid.
No, I was stupid. No, I'm saying I was stupid at being at that game. That game, no, I left at halftime, right? As soon as Mike Dickens said bear down or go Bears, I was like, I'm out. All right, man, we got Roger Goodell out here with his new back and all. To kick this stuff.
Walking like Michael Porter Jr. You saw him? He had that little light hobble to him.
You know he had a couple of drinks before this.
Yeah,
no tie. That back is on fire. He can't have no tie on.
Yeah, what's your favorite Eminem song? I don't have one.
Bold of you to think I have one.
I
said what is, because I don't.
Yeah.
I
think that's when he was really rapping for real. Then it just got goofy.
Yeah, Courtney, we're on the same page then, because I know.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I don't like Eminem.
No, you ain't said I don't either.
I mean, that's one rapper niggas will give you a pass on. Like,
cool. I've heard people sometimes I've said it before, and it's like, what do you mean you don't like Eminem?
Them the same niggas that like MF Doom and motherfuckers like that. Like we don't. Okay, guy, we get it. You know rap. It's okay.
So Eminem, who's been sober for 16 years, congratulations.
That's crazy.
Give it up for sobriety. Let's give it up for sobriety.
That's how you know you was doing real drugs, boy.
Right.
16.
Cheers.
Sobriety and mental health matters, ladies and gentlemen.
No, 100%. They got the ops out there.
Oh no.
Calvin, legend.
Let's see. Now I want to turn this off.
It's so weird because I feel like I didn't see Eminem for a really, really long time, and now he's like doing stuff again.
They got Barry out there.
Yeah, see now
they didn't do some good PR to get Calvin and Barry because remember they was beefing with both of them.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
once
fuck this
again,
team. We're
we
out.
talk about this, bro.
Check
The
this
Lions,
shit.
they did what we've been praying for Virginia to do. Let somebody really take over who loves football and understands what that team means to their city. And like they all the bridges they burned, they got everybody back. Like, come on, like 3 years ago, Barry Sanders, when it came out for this shit, it would have been like, fuck y'all. He would have been at the house with it.
Yeah, and Calvin Johnson looks like
Calvin Johnson too. They had burnt bridges with him.
Yeah,
like
he looks
play,
like he can play right now. And then there's the right St. Brown who just got him some bread too. Wide receivers are getting money. AJ Brown just got
right St. Brown.
Yeah, that's the right St. Brown, and
really
Equimedis is the wrong St. Brown.
That's really mean.
Hey,
That's
man,
why he's on the Saints.
it is what it is, but
That's even more mean. Say sorry.
hey, the wrong St. Brown.
Is that Dan Lebatard?
You got it does look like it though, but yeah, we got Detroit Rock City up at Detroit Draft City. We got everybody, all of the legends of the Detroit Lions. There's 2 of them that decide to participate. Where's Herman Moore? All right, where's
Charlie
Chris
Batch,
Phil?
nigga?
Where's Frank Ragnow?
Where's Scott Mitchell at, ladies and gentlemen? And Calvin Johnson's probably high right now. All right, so
don't he sell bud? I feel like a lot of athletes, a lot of them have their own strain now.
Yeah, so for anybody that's watching from Detroit, hey, you just got to deal with it, all right? Just got to deal with it. But now the draft commences. If I'm the Bears, I just give them my shit right now. I give them the pick while the Detroit Lions are on the stage. As soon as Roger Goodell says the Chicago Bears are on the clock and people start booing, I'm like, nah, y'all stay up here. Y'all stay up here.
I probably use the extra 10 minutes to probably start answering the phone on pick 9 and kind of like laying out options for that pick. I use it. They're not gonna take the full. They'll probably go down to 8-9 minutes maybe.
Yep, 10 minutes is on the clock. The Bears are officially on the draft clock. Let's not even
JJ McCarthy, number 1.
The Drake May era begins, baby.
I just yawned, and the first clock for the first pick hasn't even started yet.
Right, it should be out there right now. So let's talk about that 9th pick again real quick, because Caleb Williams said that he would love to have his old left tackle from high school, Gonzaga High School in Washington, D.C., Olu Fashanu, to be the pick. He said that he will protect him with his life. That's interesting because you do have Braxton Jones, who, what's his name? Ryan Poles has said that, hey, we have one here. And he's done pretty well for himself. Almost looks like a steal in the 5th, with the 5th round pick. Do you listen to your new quarterback and say, hey, we're giving you this left tackle, somebody that's going to protect you? Or... now, I guess now is the question. Left tackle or wide receiver? Does this change any of y'all thoughts? Dante?
Wide receiver. I'm going to say, dog, I feel you. But you're going to be throwing that motherfucker, bro. You got to make a move. We got some good guys. You operate well outside of the pocket, even though that's not what you want to do. We understand that. And I got to go wide receiver. Unless, like I said, I thought about this. And I don't want to answer your question with a question, but as y'all answer this, I also thought about this. What if you use your 9th pick and then we talk about the 9 picks we have next year, trade back into the 1st round and get a guy? Right. Especially if a neighbor's falls, especially if talk about Byron, his name, what's the other wide receiver?
Byron Murphy. Brian Thomas Jr.
Right, Brian Thomas.
Oh, Jr. Wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr.
Right, yeah, the wide receiver. If you can, because we talk about this being a splashy draft where we want to get best player available. If you do go O-line, why not move back up to try to get a wide receiver in the 1st round? One of those good guys. So, but in terms of this is Caleb's team, and you've been, according to reports, you've been doing what he wants to this point. So if he's telling you now, go get my guy, go get this guy, bro. Like, let's just go all in with the shit. Like, if this is his team, let's just do it.
I don't want no excuses. I want a fucking Super Bowl in 3 years. God damn it.
3 years.
I find it interesting that they had him. He had a throwing session with DJ Moore, Keenan
Yes.
Allen, and Roma Dunze not too long ago. So, and we seen that they've basically been in a bromance the last 4 days, and Rome is basically begging to be taken by the Bears, which is so crazy to me that like we've gotten to this point where now people want to actually, play for the Bears. Talented wide receivers want to come play for the Bears. So that's got to be a testament to what they see in Caleb. But yeah, Caleb said Olu, and if not, then one of the top 3 pass catchers. So it's going to be interesting. I also want to know what influence Matt Eberflus has over this decision, being that they have continuously said that a three tech is the engine to his defense. They've gone and they've invested in running back with DeAndre Swift, tight end with Gerald Everett, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet. Are they going to go ahead and give, Matt Eberflus a young guy to work with this, going into this camp with that second pick? So it's going to be really interesting to see there. I would go wide receiver or O-line if it was me. Anything outside of that, then I'd probably be like, eh. If you take a defensive player, I'm cool with it. Just don't take him at 9. Trade back and get you some capital so you could go and take one of the second-tier wide receivers in the second round.
So they're looking at the Bears war room right now. Eberflus still has the salt and pepper. He's talking to somebody on the phone. I don't know if he's talking to one of the dips, but he ain't talking to Caleb. I know Caleb is probably sitting here looking like, yo, why they ain't make this pick yet? Y'all bullshit.
And with the number 1 pick, Drake May.
Y'all bullshitting. What y'all doing?
Oh,
That's that. He definitely looked like where Daddy at. Daddy's supposed
right.
Like we know
he looking like, yo, they forget about me. They forget about me.
They forget about me. Boy, your daddy coming. Nah, he said he was gonna be here at this time. Boy, he'll be here in 5 minutes. Because we are running to the 5-minute mark and the Bears ain't made a trade. So yeah, they probably is talking about 9 for somebody right now. So yeah, I expected them to make this already. Let's go ahead and get this over with, even though we know what's the pick. They're showing photos, videos.
You see your boy Lou Riddick doing what he did last year, trying to call a shot.
Oh, he's been doing it. Yeah, he's been doing it.
He's saying Jaden Daniels.
He's been saying since he saw Jaden Daniels that him and Dan Orlovsky has kept saying that Jaden Daniels is their number 1 quarterback on the board and that the Bears should pick Jaden Daniels. So let's talk the Bears is going to pick Caleb Williams. Then you have Jaden Daniels, number 2, possibly another quarterback at number 3. The last time I saw something like this and actually be successful, we didn't see the draft because we was all not born yet. Well, I was born, but I was.
The pick is in.
The pick is in.
How fucking time, bro?
Goodell told him to do that shit.
Yeah, milk the fucking clock.
Hey, milk the clock.
This television, they getting that ad money.
Let's make this thrilling. And you got my son right there, some little kid that was looking like my kid. It was right there. Like, yo, Bang, what you got over here? Molly McGrath over here talking. Look, the pick is in. Let's go ahead and go to the stage. Roger Goodell. And let's see Caleb Williams jump up in there. You see Caleb Daddy. He's smiling. Caleb got his little Danish dip. I don't know if y'all saw the pivot episode, but he said he got a Danish dip.
Yeah, he got him a
What
little
is up with these
foreign
little
joint.
sections that they're doing for the green room now?
That's been doing that thing like for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, that's a club. Welcome to the club.
With bottles and sparklers right now.
And they lucky we ain't had the straw chairs like they used to have in the 70s. The same chair that like Huey Newton was on. Caleb's just texting the pick. He said like, man, if y'all don't get this shit over with, man. Hey, we gonna shake the Bears and shaking hands. You got fist pounds.
It's a lot of brothers in that room.
It is a lot of brothers in this room.
It's a lot of brothers of power in that room.
I did not know the Bears employed this many black people in their front office. You know what? I'm proud of that. A lot of blacks and people of color in this room.
This ain't the Chicago Bears our parents grew up with.
It's not. No, it's not.
Papa
I'll never forget. I will never forget Kyler Murray's dad telling me to my face the Bears are racist and will never have a black quarterback.
Well, you tell him he was
wrong. We done had 2 now. We had
2 now. There we go. Hey! And the number one pick in the NFL draft, he biting next. That's what I'm talking about. He biting next on the way. Caleb Williams is the number one pick in the NFL draft, selected by the Chicago Bears. He's shaking up. He's happy. He feels determined. Look at him, boy. That's our quarterback.
You saw him run up
That's
them
our
stairs?
quarterback.
You saw him run up them stairs? That nigga
Man,
ready.
that boy ready.
I'm gonna let you guys know that you're about 5 seconds ahead of me.
Look at, he is walking with intensity. He
walking
walking like Mac Jones
right now.
He walked like Mac Jones. Look, give me my hat. Give me my hat. He hype. Look at him, boy. That's our quarterback.
So fast.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you walk and you get your jersey.
Oh my God.
How we feeling, Bears fans? How we feeling? West Stupid put it into the Danish dip.
That number one right there with Williams on it. I got a Dante, you know. He about to play that jaded.
Look at him. He putting the jersey up
on me.
How we feeling today, Bears fans? You see, he pointing at the jersey. He lit. How we feeling today, Bears fans? Are we feeling a bit more comfortable now?
Hey man, this is hopefully this the last time we got to do this for the
He's
next
turned.
years.
That boy lit.
He is. He is.
I got my shit on. My fault.
He's super turned. But you know what, man? Everything that I've been, reading up on him and doing like kind of like a little deep dive on him, his parents and his pops, they prepared him for this. So, this is right here. We're looking at the first major player from the college NIL era to get drafted. So he's already had money. He's already rich. When he was in high school, he had a condo that his parents put him in so he could stay in. And, he's mature. So now listen, Chicago is not for the faint of heart when it comes to our sports and it comes to our Bears. We are a terrible franchise, but we are a proud fan base and we love our football. We would trade away a lot of those championships for Mike for more Super Bowls, and that's just what it is. So let's hope that this kid is up for the challenge and, they're giving him everything that they didn't give the previous quarterback or any of the quarterbacks we had, in prior seasons. So let's get it.
And he's about to talk to the media right now. Took a lot of sacrifice, love, care. Look at him. Hey, man, I feel good. I feel good about this moment. And you don't necessarily see a lot of number one picks come out and be as enthusiastic as he is right now. In fact, for all of the flack that the Bears have been getting, this is a dude that's excited to have that cap on. He was excited to throw that jersey up in the air. So I'm looking at this situation, and I'm looking at it as somebody who's ecstatic to be in Chicago. It is a new day, as Shane O'Mac the Mac just said. It's a new day in Chicago. We're going in the right direction. Feeling good about this. Now we got to wait till number 9, and we're going to be here for number 9 to see what's up. And yeah, hey, y'all can move Mitch.
For the record, I too would be smiling like that if I were inheriting the situation that he is now.
Right, yeah.
They're not, the Chicago Bears were not a terrible team last year. They were in a very unique draft position. So pardon me, hell yeah, I would be just as excited too if I was a rookie coming into the situation that he's in.
Now the draft gets interesting because now we're at Washington. A lot of people have been saying that this is Jaden Daniels, LSU, Heisman Trophy winner. And would this be the first time in the history of the NFL draft that Heisman Trophy winners going back to back?
Oh,
these are the last 2 Heisman Trophy winners. And it's back to back as well in this draft. So I don't know. Is this the first time in NFL draft history that 2 Heisman Trophy winners will be going back to back, including especially the last 2. So that's interesting. So we're gonna see what Washington looks like, but let's look at the Bears now with Caleb Williams in that NFC North division. Now we can start putting the expectations out there. The Bears were 7-10. Their defense improved to be the best defense in the NFL in the last 6 games of the NFL season. Even though they lost to Green Bay, they vastly improved once Matt Eberflus took over that defense. They also now have Shane Waldron as the offensive coordinator, and they've revamped that whole entire offensive staff. So what are the expectations for the Bears this year? Mikey, I start with you.
Playoffs, whether that's wild card, whether that's NFC North champions, playoffs. You got to get in. There's an extra playoff spot. I know Jordan Love had a really good, season last year, but Packers are in a little bit of a retool and letting go of some of those older guys. You got the Lions, who are the cream of the crop in the division, but we know we've played them tough. All divisions games come down to, tough, close games in the fourth quarter between them and us. So I'm looking at playoffs, whether that's wild card, division, I don't care. You got to be in the hunt. You got to get a playoff spot, for all of this to be, justified, and for, the well wishes and all the excitement that we just showed, for that to keep going. So, that's my expectations, playoffs.
Well, first of all, look at Doug Williams right there, former quarterback of the Washington Commanders, and that draft room looks terrible. They have a piss poor draft room in Washington. They need to upgrade that.
They still on the Snyder plan. You got to give them time to build the facilities. They can't do wild shit. Speaking of wild shit, did you see the Rams draft house?
Nah.
These motherfuckers just put a mansion together for them to draft. They haven't drafted in the first round in like 4 years. So they just got a whole crib out there. Like where they just rented it out. It's fucking crazy.
Hey,
but
man,
no, Washington, you got to give them some time, man. The new facilities coming soon.
Well, the pick is in, and we're about to find out who's that number 2 pick. But Dante, what's your expectations for the Bears now that it is official? Caleb Williams is now the quarterback.
Oh, everything I said before, playoffs. I think compete for a wild card. Like I say playoffs, and even if we miss the playoffs, but he cooks, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have a problem with that because I think this team is going to be good enough, especially on the defensive side of the ball. No matter what we do at 9, I think we're going to be good enough to where this team will compete and be at least an 8-win team. So I think playoffs, and more than anything, my expectations, I want to see Caleb. I'll damn near say Justin. I want to see Caleb really take hold of this offense and let it be known that he is the guy. This is his offense, rookie or not, that he's here to change the tide, like he said, and he's given every indication that that's what he's going to do. So that's what I believe. So my expectations are high.
And Jaden Daniels is indeed the second pick of the NFL draft. Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback from LSU, is now
legend.
Courtney. Yeah, I see that.
And
Courtney, what you thought of Jaden Daniels at ASU? I wasn't
when
a fan.
I found out that he was transferring, I was fucking sick. I was absolutely sick. But Arizona State's not in a place to be competitive, not when he was there. So I'm glad that he went on to be incredibly successful. The dude's a fucking stud. Can throw the ball really well, run really well.
Real quick, Courtney, what happened though? The fact that it just seemed like the players was excited for him to dip.
There was some drama in the locker room. You know how these things go. Arizona State was not in a good situation at that point. There was a lot of it was a lot of fractures in that locker room. It really kind of started with coaching, and obviously that's why the coach is gone. Herm Edwards is gone, obviously. And Ray Anderson, the athletic director, they got rid of him as well. It was not very good at ASU because the hammer, there was recruiting violations. The hammer was about to come down. They basically were calling him a traitor for jumping ship.
Yeah.
Look at him now.
For what it's worth, I'm glad he went to a better situation. Hate it was with LSU because roll tide. But
moral of the story, people, leave, get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Jump off the ship, abandon it every time.
Now, how does this look for the Washington Commanders? Their wide receiver room is not a bad wide receiver room at all. Yeah, let's just say that.
Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, they got some guys.
They got a pretty decent quarterback room. Does he come in as the starter for the Washington Commanders?
That is a good question.
I think knowing Dan Quinn, I'm gonna say yeah. I think DQ. As much as I didn't want him as my head coach, it's not that he's a bad head coach, but I mean he wants competitors. He wants people that want to come in and compete, and he said that today. And so I think Jaden is one of those guys that's definitely gonna do that. And I forgot who's that backup now. They still got Hal.
No,
Hal got
they traded him. They traded him to Seattle.
It's Mariota.
Oh,
yeah,
he's starting.
Yeah, but you start looking at they paid for the pretty boy expensive OC and Cliff Kingsbury, so they're gonna let Jaden rock out probably from the start and try to get all their money worth and see if they can get something there. So he probably will start. I mean, they got nothing else to lose.
Oh, the pick is in for the Patriots, so it does not look like it is going to be a trade.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so interesting. So,
JJ McCarthy.
They need a quarterback.
Which white QB is going to the Patriots?
Ew, does that mean Marvin Harrison's going to end up in Arizona?
Possibly.
Kyler Murray.
I hate that. Also, that pig mascot makes me really uncomfortable.
Well, but the Commanders?
Commanders mascot. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna retire that shit too, but
so this is what the draft gets interesting. And I don't know, Mikey, did you see yesterday they were saying that the betting for JJ McCarthy to the Chargers went down 6-1 at one point.
Yeah, I saw that. I think sometimes they try to lure some money in, with some misinformation, because there's absolutely no way that you give up on Justin Herbert when you make that trade. Not unless, Harbaugh ain't leave, Ann Arbor to go and coach a rookie quarterback. I think he saw Herbert and that's who they want. So sometimes with that, you get a lot of misinformation. You get a lot of people that put money out, put things out there to kind of sway you where the money comes. And I don't buy that for one bit. But I am interested to see where he goes.
It would be wild.
This pick is really important.
Yeah, it's very important for a team that needs a lot. The New England Patriots need a hell of a lot of pieces on that team. I can't even name a wide receiver on that team right now. You really haven't
been able to for like damn near 5 or 6 years. Like Keanu Neal, the dude they drafted from Minnesota. Like, who the fuck they tried Ochocinco? Antonio Brown was a nut, even though he produced a couple games he played.
They tried Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah. They had Devontae Parker. I don't know.
Yeah, so a lot of people was thinking they should trade that pick and get some more picks and possibly still be able to get a quarterback. But the pick is in, and Roger Goodell is
walking slow.
Yeah, he keeps getting patted on the back with these hugs, fam. He's gonna
have to wheel his ass out there.
Yeah, he's like,
this is the NFL. He got the turret all in the back. They're gonna just give him a shot. It's a Drake.
Drake May. Okay.
So now it makes
10 seconds ahead of me. This is so whack.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, YouTube now. You got to get YouTube TV.
I got the smart thing. Thing.
So this makes things interesting for the Minnesota Vikings.
Brother. So sorry.
Who was that? Who's the fine brother?
I'm sorry.
Who's the fine brother?
Luke, UNC legend?
No, I didn't hear. Luke May.
His brother. Yeah, his brother.
Yeah.
I know that was his brother.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that was his brother. I mean, I'm not going to get into the he's fine debate because I don't know. It was the way you said. He was like, yo, this fine brother.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought I saw him at one point earlier, but
you probably did. That's his brother.
He's got all his brothers there.
Yeah,
he making some throws. He making some throws.
Is this an upgrade for Mac Jones though? Eventually, like where do we see?
They traded Mac Jones.
Yeah, this is 100%. It's 100% an upgrade, but also
right?
Yep.
Yes, for a 6th-round pick. It's 100% an upgrade. I just don't. I'm scouting the helmet on this one, man. We are not going off quarterbacks from North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now, the Cardinals are on the clock. I would say if this is the case, this is where the draft officially starts. Are we going to see a trade here? Does Minnesota, who everybody's been saying is a potential team to move up, if you're going to do it, this is the time, because if you look at J.J. McCarthy on media yesterday, apparently he was saying like, hey, those Giants are looking at me. So if Arizona's picking Marvin Harrison Jr., I mean, are we nervous about the Chargers actually doing that and playing the dummy? Could we get a new quarterback in New York? Is definitely a lot of interesting things that's about to transpire.
The Chargers are stupid enough to not take a wide receiver with the 5th pick. Like, I don't know what else to do with that organization.
I think they're going to trade back. I think they need a lot more, and I think he's going to go O-line. If with everything that I've been seeing,
I know I've seen it.
Yeah. Their wide receiver room is abysmal. Yeah, but
how do you not go like
Neighbors or Dunze? I think Neighbors and Herbert is showtime right there. But
no, go ahead and protect your quarterback who just came off of ACL, man. Just bail me out real quick. Just go ahead and get you offensive lineman. Let the slide begin.
Yep.
Yeah, as you see, they have the Patriots' first-round quarterbacks, Jim Plunkett, who ended up winning the Super Bowl with the Raiders, Tony Easton, Drew Bledsoe, Mac Jones, who's now with the Jacksonville Jaguars, backing up Trick off Trev, and now Drake May is the number 1 pick in the first pick of the post-Bill Belichick era. So that's going to be interesting enough to see what happens there. They're going on. No, you got Adam Schefter over there talking. Can anybody hear what Schefter is saying?
Nah, I got it on mute.
I say he's looking for offensive playmakers. Yep, that is. Do you think there's a chance that the Arizona Cardinals might say, hey, we like Neighbors better than Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Nah, I don't think so. Because you could trade out of number 4 and still get Neighbors, I don't think so, man. Marvin Harrison Jr. though is lights out at the wide receiver position, man. He's it's crazy to say, but with Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, a lot of these guys that have come out the last couple of years, he really has a potential to be better than all of them.
Oh,
so Shane O'Mac,
don't let my brother get caught up in Scottsdale, please.
What's that? Oh.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Don't let him get caught up in Old Town Scottsdale.
I'm saying you got to keep him out of bottle bar.
I gotta keep him out of bottle blind and Hi-Fi.
Hey, I remember going up there to Phoenix for work, and we went to some bar in Tempe that had a wet T-shirt contest.
And that sounds like something they would do at like Whiskey Row.
And they had 40 ounces in a trough.
Wait, for like the bathroom?
No, they had like 40 ounces. Like, you just grab a 40 ounce out the ice and go buy it. They had a trough of 40s.
I would love to know what bar that was.
And I was the only black person in the group. And, right, and I was like, oh, no, we getting 40s, nigga. And they was like, oh, okay, all right. Next thing you know, we was drunk on the way back to the hotel. And then the infamous stories about how I'm the craziest coworker that they've ever kicked it with set in. All right, the pick is in, and the Arizona Cardinals select.
Go ahead.
Marvin Harrison Jr. Okay. Is Marvin's dad there, or is he at the car wash?
Is he at the car wash? I ain't say it. You did.
What do you mean?
I didn't say that. You said that.
What do you mean by that?
They have. You
lucky you getting up out the country on that cruise, dog.
Is there a story that I don't know about?
Detroit ain't that far from Chicago. Courtney, you don't know about this?
No.
Yo, hey,
Marvin Harris is a real one. He's a.
We're gonna have to
he's a
talk
real
about that.
We won't go into.
It's
We
off
won't
air.
go into that story, but
Allegedly,
I went to
reportedly.
school. I went to school with a bunch
Allegedly.
of cats from Philly, and like he's certified. We just
He
leave
about
it.
that life.
Yeah. Drop something in the chat for me because
Yeah, this dude was on ESPN, and 2 weeks later he was. Yeah.
Speaking of that, did y'all see the special they did on him and Marvin?
Oh, I did get a chance to watch it.
It was actually really good. Like it was really really good, bro. And he's basically Marvin Harrison is like, yo, these other dudes haven't had me as their trainer for 13 years, so that's why he's done everything the way he's done it. And he made a good point, and he was like, Marvin is the only one out of all these guys who's been able to rest from everything he did in college before he goes to the NFL. Because everybody was mad about his process, but his draft process. His dad was the one advising them, saying, the tape is there. They know what you can do. Like, protect your body, rest your body. And that's why he took his meetings and did it the way he did it. So I think this is somebody who, people have talked about the immediate Hall of Famer and all of that. I think that's a lot. It's putting a lot on it. But I think he's going to be a day one impact guy.
Yeah, Courtney, look at the chat and you will see what we were talking about. So
as long as Kyler can stay healthy, that's 1,000 yards right there.
Oh yeah,
that's easy. That's light.
I told you I'm relaxed. I'm not. Look, you're not about to get me out here.
I really like his sparkly suit. Very cute, and the Louis Vuitton sunglasses.
Hey man, when you come into the league, back in the day, I used to know like, oh, they got the boosters or somebody giving them the Rolex before, but now this is all clean NIL money. They got their own bread.
Yeah,
they ain't got to go to the agent for nothing.
Like you gotta be real. Like he really just a quiet version of Shador. Like he's a rich kid. He's been rich his whole life.
Life is I looking at father-son combos. I can't even think of a all-time father-son combo. This definitely has the potential to be that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, 100%.
Yeah, NFL don't have that Barry and Bobby. They don't have that. Griffey and his pops. They don't really have that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he does health and as long as he's got a good quarterback production, he could definitely be on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Based on what we've seen him on the field. But we know how everything could change at one twist of a turn, running a route, and all it takes is one injury. What's up, Courtney? Don't say it.
Don't say it.
I'm not
Don't say it.
We trying to make sure we clean over here.
Don't say it.
I'm not saying anything. I just have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
What's that?
Surely he didn't play football again after this, right?
This was after.
Nah, this was after. This was retirement.
Okay.
Yeah. This was retirement.
Okay, cool. Just asking questions.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but he's.
I mean, listen, it's the NFL. Like,
right.
It happened, but
it ain't like he bet on football or anything. Come on now.
You get reinstated out there. Yeah, the Chargers are on the clock. They desperately need some help in that wide receiver room. Could this be Malik Neighbors?
Man, this is where the draft starts. This is where the
draft starts.
This is gonna be wrong, bro.
You think it's
wrong?
wrong?
All linemen. It's all linemen. Well, outside of the Winslows, who he's in jail. Take his name off of there.
Yo, I forgot he's in jail.
Yeah, but it's been mostly linemen with the great kids.
Chris Long was pretty solid, man. Howie Long, obviously Hall of Fame.
Well, Jake Matthews is still doing this thing.
Yeah.
What about Clay Matthews? That was his uncle or some shit?
That was his uncle.
His uncle, right? Yeah. Let's see, man. This is where the draft really starts for me because now
Matthews is on that shit.
100%. Him and my man Brian Cushing, Balco boys.
Yeah. Man.
But this is where the draft really gets interesting because you have a possibility if they really do want to trade back, teams trade up. I'm staying off Twitter right now, trying not to get spoiled.
Yeah. Same. But just to give a programming note, we're going to be going to at least the Bears' last pick today. The Bears pick at number 9. If they do come trade back, depending on where we at. We're gonna be there for that too. But right now we're at the 5th pick of the NFL draft. The Los Angeles Chargers, less than 3 minutes away of before this pick should be in, and they're letting it go all the way down. It feels like. So I wonder what the conversation is in that draft room.
I think they on the phone. I think Minnesota calling them like, hey, Drake, JJ is still there. I think the way these picks are shaping up, but also the JJ thing is tricky because everybody talks about him getting picked, but unless the Giants are going to leapfrog them, I don't think the Giants are going to just flat out pick JJ McCarthy where they sitting at. It's too much other talent on the board, and they got too many other needs to just go grab JJ. Like
that would be really crazy.
I don't see that happening.
I mean, but they have an easy out with Daniel Jones' contract. It's clear that they want to be done with him after this season. So you kind of have the perfect situation to take a rookie quarterback now. If that's your, if your intention, if for all intended purposes, is to move on from Daniel Jones, then and you evaluate JJ McCarthy there, then this is the time to take him, sit him. You let Daniel Jones play. Whatever happens to him, happens to him. If he wins you some games, cool. JJ McCarthy learns. If he doesn't, then you already got the person that Dayball and is it shown like that that those guys got their QB that they get to work with. And how we say they went to the playoffs in the first year with Dayball, then they were terrible last year. You go get you a rookie quarterback, you just added some years to your contract and to your career as a head coach.
Well, the pick is in.
The pick is in. Let's see. Let's see.
Got these commercials going on, but the anticipation is there.
Get the fuck out.
What happened?
Lex, we're not on Twitter.
Oh, sorry.
We do. It's not live yet. We haven't.
Shut the fuck up then.
Oh Lord.
I feel like something happened.
I did just peep too, Courtney, and I can't wait to. I got some friends that are Chargers fans.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I gotta check in.
Uh-oh.
I gotta tap in.
As a season ticket holder, I didn't know what's going on.
The suspense.
Hey, Bears are out there this year.
Oh yeah, we out there. No, we out there.
Bears are out there this year. That might have to be the trip. They're also in New Orleans.
My cousin sent the text, said, "Yo, I hope he ain't out there murdering and whatnot."
Oh my God.
Shouts out to my cousin Vincent. He had a birthday yesterday. Happy 53rd birthday.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Oh my man. Oh shit.
In recent weeks, both the Patriots and Vikings reached out to the Chargers to see if they had any interest in trading QB Justin Herbert. Per league sources, the answer was very quickly a flat no. Not only do the Chargers love Herbert, but they would have to take on a $63.5 million cap charge for the coming season at a time that they only have $32 million in cap space.
Yes, sir. Well, the pick is in. Y'all seen something.
Yeah.
So let's see if we're going to be shocked and surprised like it seemed like y'all were.
I'm not shocked and surprised.
They're finna take Rome.
They're
finna take Rome. They finna fuck our plans.
Don't fuck our shit up.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I said, Joe Alt. I said it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I said Joe Alt.
Fucking receiver room. And I get it. Your man's
needed that
up back there.
This one right here, Joe Alt, is a situation where this could also be a father-son great moment right here. His father is John Alt.
He's not even there. That's crazy.
Is he okay?
Top 5 pick. You can't even be
bothered. I'm literally.
Oh, you said Joe.
I am begging the Giants to take J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, man.
Please. Order. Please.
Ooh, but Joe
Also, hot off the press, Caleb Williams will be rocking number 18. Peyton Manning Jr.
Ew.
Number 18.
That's just high school.
Keenan Allen got number 13. I thought he would have went with number 12 because he's a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but
which is
No,
crazy.
I'm glad. I'm glad that case. But now Joe Alt rated the number 1 tackle in the draft. Definitely have somebody that's going to because Rashawn Slaughter is still there, right?
Yeah, that's
Yep,
good.
on
That's
the right
good.
side.
Yeah, they locked in. They locked in.
Yeah, they're solid. I mean, they need that. They really need that. And then if everything all lines up with the fact that they went and they got the old game back together with Greg Roman, so they're gonna lean more on the running game. So you go and get you 2 bookend tackles, to protect your franchise. But I still don't know who they're throwing to. Now, is this a team that we have to keep an eye on this weekend with potentially a Brandon Ayuk, a
That's
Deebo
like the most
Samuel?
looking offensive tackle I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's a house.
Yeah.
His pops was a tackle too, so he comes from.
Yeah, it's just generational.
Yeah, he was eating tire meat at
Can't
3
even
years
get up
old.
right now, bro. That's
He
crazy.
was eating
was,
bison.
Yeah, he was
was
eating
in-
bite.
He was in the woods tackling deers and shit. Like,
Facts. He was born with a red flannel on.
Yeah, right. Paul Bunyan ass dude. That's basically what it is. His dad, John Alt, was a second team All Pro in 1990, a 2-time Pro Bowler, and he is in the Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame. His son will now be going to play for his rival, Los Angeles Chargers, protecting Herbert. So now the Giants pick is in.
please
that
pick
was
JJ. Please pick JJ.
Oh man, let's pick JJ.
But
I
you know
am
what would be
praying for
fucked up?
JJ.
If they pick JJ and then Tennessee and Atlanta both go wide receiver, and then we have to trade back, I'll be pissed off.
The Giants need a wide receiver.
Yo,
Yeah, they need one. They're gonna give him that. They can go neighbors.
They need a
Sorry to
wide
disappoint
receiver.
you guys again.
You gotta chill.
Goddamn,
They gonna
Courtney.
name-
Because now the suspense
You know
is
how it
building.
feels.
We gotta chill.
I ain't even spoiled for you.
But you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I mean, dude, I don't know. If they don't believe in Daniel Jones, is this somebody that are they a Dak Prescott watch
and
next year?
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to just, even though he has, the dead cap hit is going to be a lot. Even though it's only one season, do you really just cut ties? That's a lot to ask somebody to do.
I mean,
And that is, when they are showing JJ McCarthy,
Yeah,
he's a bitch.
you gotta give dude one, give dude no
Man,
shot.
who cut his hair, dog?
I don't
His
know,
mom?
but man, I still stand on it. JJ McCarthy will be the head coach of Nazareth Academy in LaGrange Park, Illinois,
Well,
by the
that
time
haircut
he's
is
30
crazy.
years old. Yeah, he got a helmet on his head already.
Malik Neighbors is icy right now.
Yeah.
He is icy right now. Look at that.
Come on, Giants. Come on, Giants.
Leak. Hey, man, I just praying one of my sons end up in some type of draft. And that's not military.
That's not the military draft.
It's not the military, so I could go and be like one of the dads at the, shaking up with my son hard as hell. Yeah, son, we did it.
Not like Earl Woods.
Nah, I ain't gonna be no Earl Woods. Earl Woods was wild.
Oh,
Damn.
ESPN is really taking too long because
hey, Goodell spent
Leak.
that ad money. Okay, the Goodell spent that ad money. They're not going to Brazil broke. He's gonna milk this.
like, damn, was the Peacock fucking stream not enough for you, bro? Charging me $6 so I could watch a singular football game?
Malik Neighbors is the new Bugatti and the Trap House meme.
Man.
Because Daniel Jones is not going to be able to do nothing with that. Daniel Jones is going to make Malik Neighbors look like Darius Slayton.
And Malik Neighbors might hit him.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely might hit. He might hit him with his Lambo.
Yeah, it will be a fight if he's not getting this man the ball. Malik Neighbors, LSU, the 6th pick of the NFL draft. Now we wonder what's going to happen with J.J. McCarthy. The Tennessee Titans is
The
up.
slide continues.
Yep.
Now the slide begins.
Followed by the Atlanta Falcons, who, hey, they might say, hey, we going to go ahead and and
Atlanta-
get our quarterback of the future. You think they'll do that?
No, this is Tennessee needs a receiver. Atlanta
Yeah.
might go edge rusher, but they also need a receiver. Like it's
But they've been also
tricky,
rumored to
bro.
go tackle too, so maybe a JC Latham.
It could be. It could be. I know that they really wanted Joe Alt. You cannot. I mean, what wide receiver did they just get? They picked up Calvin Ridley. You have Traylon Burks, in which but he can't stay on the field. I hate to say it, but Rome Odunze does make sense here. But
Makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense. But for
We're
me,
nervous, y'all.
I hope not. I hope maybe one of these teams that a Broncos, a Raiders, a Vikings, maybe they could try to trade up, or maybe do they start sensing that JJ McCarthy is going to slide to the team, and they might be able to get him.
So this is definitely if we could get past here, Rome Odunze should be a Chicago Bear. I think all of us.
Yeah. If we could get past here, then I think so. Unless somebody leapfrogs us with Atlanta,
The Buffalo Bills.
the Buffalo Bills,
But they have to give up a lot.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have been rumored to be heavy in trying to trade up to get a wide receiver. There are a lot of teams that want one of these pass catchers.
Man, I'm nervous, y'all. But Tennessee, and then in their wide receiver room, they got Traylon Burks.
Do they still have DeAndre Hopkins?
I believe there's
Calvin Ridley.
I can't screenshot it, but from a Chargers fan, can we?
Nah, it's too small.
Yeah,
Read
no.
that.
But do you see how?
Oh
long
yeah.
that's long as
It
shit.
went off.
Well, yeah,
They pissed?
That's it.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
pissed about a possible.
They're not particularly thrilled that. Yeah, no weapons. What do you think? Quentin Johnson's gonna save the day. Josh Palmer ain't gonna do shit. What are we do? Okay.
What the pick is in
Oh,
because
God.
Brian Daboll is shaking hands, and
But,
there's not a lot of color in the Giants draft room.
Not at all, bro.
Now,
Not at
after
all.
noticing the Bears and the people of color in their draft room, it's very interesting when you look at these other tems now.
Correct,
Nah,
ain't it?
The Giants got a undercover NYPD right there. None of them got mustaches.
None of them.
But okay, so let's say that the Titans really did want to go tackle. Do they go a JC Latham? Do they go Olu Fashanu? Like, do they stick to their core? Dallas Turner. I mean, I think wide receiver here makes a lot of sense. But
the pick is in.
Offensive line too. Let's see.
And no trades so far with all of that talk about, even when you looked at like damn near every
Correct.
mock draft that was coming out, everybody was just trying to make trades and shit. There's no trades and stuff that has happened just yet. But the Titans pick is in, and we are all in Chicago. All of the Bears fans are praying that Rome Odunze is not to pick.
I need this.
And
Come
if
on,
he
man.
is the pick, you're going to see us go from elation to depression. After
Come on! Now they show after we see the new Planet of the Apes.
fuck? What they say on
Come
Twitter?
on.
What they say?
You
What they
see-
say on
you see-
Twitter now?
You want me to tell you?
Now what they say on
You
Twitter?
want me to tell you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Do we want us to tell her?
We good.
Yes, they drafted J.C. Latham with.
Hey!
Let's give it up for offensive tackles.
Are you
Let's
telling
give
me
it up
there's still
for
a
our
chance?
insider.
You're
Yeah,
telling me there's a
there's a
chance.
I got
Let's
you.
give it up for
Courtney
our-
Schefter in the cut.
Yeah, Courtney Schefter in the building. So J.C. Latham, offensive tackle from Alabama, is going to be the 7th pick of the NFL draft for the Tennessee Titans. Man, this feels like this right here is going to be it's going to be a match made in heaven, y'all. I think we're good.
We're getting there. We're getting
there.
Oh my God, the Cleveland Cavaliers are losing by 38. Everybody,
What the what?
38.
In the playoffs. In the goddamn playoffs. All right. Man. So Atlanta. Let's start talking about Atlanta. And Dante, that's your home. What y'all hearing out? What you hearing out there in Atlanta?
Like I said, it's between defensive end A lot of Dallas Turner talk. Leao Latu from buddy from UCLA. But at the same time, they also need a receiver. You got Kirk Cousins. You want to give him as many weapons as possible because he is a pocket passer. So you got Drake. You got Kyle Pitts coming off an injury. Bijan, the running back room is great, but you need another receiver in there. So I think this is something where they it's close, bro. Like they're the last, like I said, the last thing standing between us and Rome, which is exactly what we want.
Man.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they went wide receiver, but at the same time, they needed a defensive end for so damn long.
Where we go with Courtney? We kicked her out to the Bears pit.
I think she had to cough because she's coughing right now.
Hey, Courtney. Once we get on the clock, no faces, no Twitter for the Bears because this is about to be crazy. Yeah. This one is gonna be crazy.
Listen, I'm so sorry that I'm not a slave to Roger Goodell's machine. Okay, I'm cutting through the bullshit.
I'm actually
but I understand. Yeah.
What are you watching on though? What are you watching on? You got YouTube TV or what?
No, I have a direct TV stream.
Direct TV stream. Okay, I'm actually surprised because I got YouTube TV. I don't know what everybody else is watching it on, but mine is normally like last compared to everybody else.
Oh, that to be said. No. I got you guys.
Like mine is normally.
Also, with all due respect, y'all care way more than I do.
Damn.
It's not my team. My team's a sports team because Ryan Ramchek's fucking body is broken. Okay, like, and we're gonna pick the lamest fucking thing possible.
So what do you want? What do the Saints need?
What don't the Saints need is a better question.
Would you be? Can I interest you in a J.J. McCarthy?
I'm tired of these white quarterbacks.
I mean, Jameis.
Michael Penix Jr. Get Michael Penix.
I would be down with that. I would be down with that. I would be down with that.
Energy.
I would be so down with that.
They gonna get Spencer Rattler in the third.
Like God, it's just like every fucking year it's this fucking offensive lineman or this fucking defensive tackle. Like Jesus Christ, that has been the pick in the first round every fucking year for like 10 years, and I'm over it.
Caesar Ruiz,
and he's
the Caesar Ruiz in the first. Let's see. Of course, my shit is switched.
And he ain't there.
The Cavs are losing by 40 for everybody.
It's like 5 Titans. Oh, he is there. It's like 5 Titans fans there, all black women.
Hey, they in there though.
I might fuck around, go to Nashville in a couple of weeks with my girl. Go see.
I love Nashville.
I've never been.
Oh yeah, I love Nashville.
I've heard great things about it, but I've never been. I got people who live there.
Great things. Shouts out to my first black champ partner, Cam from the Port. He lives out there. Broadway is off the chain. Very friendly white people.
How would we compare it to like a Bourbon Street or like a Beale Street?
Okay, I've never been to New Orleans, but I've been to Memphis.
Whoa,
yeah, I haven't either.
Really?
Next year. It's probably gonna be next year.
As an adult back in February.
I was hoping to kind of go maybe this year.
That shit was crazy. And I went the week before Mardi Gras, which my dumbass, I really only thought that Mardi Gras was like 1 week. Like that 1 week, I didn't realize that it was like a whole month-long thing down there. So yeah, it was rowdy, and I was there for a friend's bachelorette party. That shit got crazy.
Is it an expensive city? Like going out and stuff? Drinking?
No. So that was the crazy part. So like, yeah, I live in Dallas, right? Like every major city for the most part is expensive for drinks. But I was shook when I went to one bar. I had a couple like JMO shots with snacks, nothing too crazy. And then some beers, and I just let my girlfriend, who's the bride, get her drinks, and my total was like $60. And I said, wait, what?
And now is that like on the main Bourbon Street?
Yeah, that was on Bourbon Street.
Oh, that's good. That's actually pretty good.
It's not terribly expensive at all.
Well, the Falcons.
I've been in New Orleans about 100 times. It's very, very inexpensive. You're gonna have a good time. You don't get fucked up. Just watch out for the.
I heard they be pickpocketing like crazy.
But the watch out for the mainly
my drunk and lose their shit.
Yeah. My issue was the horse shit from the police,
yeah,
the
yeah.
police horses on Bourbon Street because they do just wrong. But
Also, you gotta really
that's a good way to fuck up the Jordan.
during Mardi Gras, you really gotta watch your shit because those people
I'm not
throw
gonna-
beats from the fucking balcony and that shit will pop you in the face or in the head and it doesn't feel good.
I'm not gonna front. The best times I've ever had in New Orleans had nothing to do with Mardi Gras. Like I'm not a big rowdy crowd person. So like, especially when we getting drunk, like that's just not my vibe. So if you want to go, you can go. I would honestly go during the NFL season because a lot of people don't know this. If you've been to New Orleans, you know this. But on Bourbon Street, a lot of times when the Saints score a touchdown, they give out shots. So like you be down there getting smacked.
Oh, on Bourbon, like they give them out.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, like they give out like certain bars, they'll give out shots, so they'll give out dollar shots anytime the Saints score a touchdown.
Falcons are considering QB. If they take
they are
fucking
JJ, let them learn from Kurt.
Yeah, black guy,
let's
black
see.
guy, black guy, black guy, black guy.
They're gonna take Michael Penix.
Bet.
Let's see. I'm trying.
They don't want another white quarterback with another white quarterback. Nah.
Got another screenshot.
I mean, but what they give Kirk all this money for?
Because they're stupid.
I mean, it's really a 2-year deal for Kirk, though. It's a 2-year deal.
That's true.
So you could just sit JJ, let him learn.
Who is this guy right here?
Who of you think they're taking JJ?
Who is this guy right here?
Okay, Michael Penix, get fresh there, nigga.
Wait, that's who they took?
He got the do-rag on? He got the purple do-rag on?
No, he got a powder blue suit on.
Who was it?
He looked like he going to brunch.
He looked like he had the brunch. He had the wit on Sunday.
Yeah.
See, that's why he always wears the do-rag.
You see, look at Roger Goodell. They almost broke his back again. All right, hold on, man. I think
this is important. Like this is we finna walk out of here with Rome.
There's so many
and our quarterback
taken in this round.
Yeah, and the good thing about this from the Bears side of it, if you look at a lot of Knicks draft boards, you'll walk away with the number 1 and at least the number 4th, 5th overall person on the draft board.
Have there ever been 3 black quarterbacks taken in the top 10 of the NFL draft?
In the top 10? No, yeah. I don't think so. No, who was last year? Trey Lance? No, that was 2 years ago. Who was last year? Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, and who else? Oh yeah, Anthony Richardson last year.
Yeah.
They were all taken in the top 5.
Goddamn.
You going back to back?
Goddamn.
Falcons.
Come on, pick a quarterback. Come on, man.
All right, y'all in the comment section, we love you, but please chill.
Yeah,
that comment right there. I want to say that comment right there, but you're crazy, Orla.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have looked at my messages.
You saying let's go? So they might have let's go. We might have them there now. Will Ryan Pose fuck this up?
He's gonna take Dallas Turner. He's gonna fuck this up.
Let's see.
We are right where we need to fucking be. Let's go.
Everybody, this started.
Whoa! Oh!
They took Michael Penix Jr. Let's go.
Whoa! The first big surprise of this draft, I did say, hey, maybe Atlanta goes quarterback. You need somebody, your quarterback of the future. I talked it up, but it just so happened to be Michael Penix Jr., who's going to come in backing up Kirk Cousins. A shocker. What do y'all think about this pick? Dante, we'll start for you.
I didn't expect it at 8. I did not expect it at 8 because, like I said, I think the Kirk deal is a 2-year deal. So I don't know. Obviously Michael's gonna sit, but this shocks the shit out of me. I didn't expect it. We've all had like I said, the only issue with Penix is the injury history with the ACL tears at Indiana. But as a thrower of the football, like he can make any throw. And he make him on the move, make him in the pocket. You're seeing the highlights now. So the dude can ball. That's not the issue at all. It was always health. So now in Atlanta, you come, you learn the offense, you sit. He's probably going to sit for 2 years. You're going to come out old, but I mean, Jordan Love is an older quarterback, even though they're a young team, relatively speaking. So if you can get him in there, let him learn that system. Kurt walks away after a couple years. And
Michael Penix will be 28 though when Kirk Cousins' contract is expired.
Is he really 26 right now? I thought he was like 24.
Yes, he is 26.
He's 26 years old, like 26 American years right now.
26 American. He'll be 28.
I'm mad we talk about this nigga. Like
Well, the bad speaker's in, y'all. The bad speaker's already in.
Right.
That was quick.
Do not say shit on Twitter. None of y'all. Don't look. Don't even look surprised if you see
I'm getting out the comments right now. I'm going to the private chat.
I just put my phone down.
I'm still just stuck on pick number 8. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm still shocked on this Michael Penix thing right here. Wow. And so the slide of JJ Carter.
That makes the 1.9 pick a lot more valuable.
No, actually, yes. If I'm the Jets are not moving. So Minnesota could still get the quarterback that they want. Possibly in
Minnesota's 11, correct?
Yeah.
I'll pick his in.
They in, isn't it? Yeah, Dante is in. They waste no time.
Get Roman who? Get Roman
who? That's what
they should just run out there together.
Who? Oh no! Fuck this. Let's get this out the way.
He said, "Call them now."
Call them now.
Shorty was walking around with them Doritos. Them shit look good right now. I'm hungry. She had the Doritos, the Oreos. She had the Nutter Butters. She had the whole little, these are $1 million world-class athletes. Let's feed them that red dye.
What is Mel Kiper is.
I'm pretty sure red dye number 40 really only hurts you when you're like a kid, like when you're like developing.
Well, we know Michael Penix Jr. is good.
Or something is what
we know Michael Penix Jr. is good from that then.
So what we're gonna do is the Minnesota Vikings has the 11th pick. They in our division. We're gonna go to the 11th pick because very interesting to see who can be another person in this division, especially with the shock of Michael Penix Jr. being the pick for the Atlanta Falcons. So he would come in backing them up. But as you see, if you were looking at an ESPN, his injury history is wild. Two torn right ACLs, a dislocated non-throwing shoulder on his right shoulder, and a separated shoulder on his left side. So he got a lot of war wounds, a lot of surgery joints already before he gets in. But he gets to sit on the Kirk Cousins learning tree. So
and again, he will be 28 American years old. By the time Cousins
well, they have look at everybody standing up in that Bears war room. They might.
We got our guys, man.
Why is Booker wearing Bears colors?
We got our guys, goddamn it.
Booker.
So if we're grading this Atlanta pick, we'll talk about that after we have
time out. In 2 years, Michael Penix will be 25. He's 23.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah,
she was on Reddit reading that. Where you get that information?
Wait, no, really?
Romo Doozy! Let's go! Yes! We have the quarterback. We have the wide receiver. Ladies and gentlemen,
I almost screamed into this microphone.
Won the draft.
Talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice.
3 years.
Talk to me nice.
Yes. All right, Courtney. Here I go with the hot takes. You goddamn right we going to a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. Matter of fact, we going to 2 of them. We in the next 2 years. We go in 2026, we will be the Super Bowl champions. We will be at Grant Park.
Clip this, everybody.
Yes.
Clip this. Those of you at home watching, clip this.
Hey, just that excitement is just me being excited. Don't hold that against me.
Oh
Fuck that. We going to 2 Super Bowls in 5 years.
For real.
Fuck Justin Fields. I feel great.
Fuck Justin. Justin is doing just fine in Pittsburgh. Where is Pittsburgh? Pennsylvania. What they do there in Pittsburgh? Nothing.
Oh my God.
But drink beer and eat Heinz ketchup.
You see this nigga catching this football like this? Bruh.
I need a cigarette right now.
It really has
squares.
You know what I'm about to smoke, bro.
I'm having that aftershock. You know, when you gotta, I'm what?
Oh, we lit. This is crazy.
That Doomsday jersey look crazy.
Ooh,
This is
Boy,
crazy.
hey Caleb, come back out there. Why don't you just come back out there on the
Right,
stage?
bring Caleb back out there.
Bring Caleb back out there. Look at that. All right, so let's go. Let's start with the Bears real quick. Now that it is official, we have Romo Dunze and we have Caleb Williams. How are we feeling about the Bears now?
10 out of 10. This night couldn't have got better. Only, like I said, the only thing that would have made it better was trading up to get Marv. This is exactly what we wanted. Quarterback. Now, like I said, the wide receiver room is loaded.
Yes.
This takes a lot of pressure off Ryan Poles in terms of a Keenan Allen extension, because now you got the young gun that if you need to let him walk, you let him walk, and we go on with Rome. But this is exactly what we need. Like you said, Caleb has officially walked into the best situation any rookie quarterback has ever stepped into. I'm kind of with Orlando at this point. I need 10, 11 wins, bro. You know.
Yeah.
That's only a 3-game bump from what you did last season. Like, that's crazy.
And we were there.
All
we were there.
Improvements that this team has made. Y'all are just, again, you have been hurt so many times. Your expectations are literally in hell.
Not only that, it's the NFL. So like, I'm not gonna go out here and say 13 wins. I need to see him win 10 games first before I pick him to go, just go crazy. But this night couldn't, man.
I'm so happy for you guys. I really am. This is how it must be nice.
Shout out to Atlanta, man.
You know what, man? Shout out to finally us being in the modern NFL. We got not one, not two, but 3 wide receivers.
Yes.
A quarterback. Like,
yes.
This is never, like, gone are the days of Devin Aroma Shadu, Bernard Berrien, Tanner Gentry, Allen Robinson, like
Kevin White.
Man, Johnny Knox.
Johnny Knox, rest in peace to his name.
Marcus Robinson.
Marcus Robinson, Alshon Jeffrey. Like, this is crazy. This is by far, Bang. You're probably the eldest here out of all of us, but we've all been tapped in. This is the best offense we've ever seen on paper.
Yeah.
On paper. And then we don't even take into account we're going into a last place schedule. We have the 3rd easiest schedule in the league right now.
Yes.
So
we gonna talk about that. It's gone are the days of Curtis Conway and Jeff Graham.
Oh
hey, hard knocks.
Yeah,
David Terrell ain't walking through that door.
He ain't walking through that door. Let's go ahead and put this on TV, y'all. Let's go ahead and put this HBO.
Yeah. Tell George, kiss my ass, George. We need to see this. The people need to see this.
Yeah.
So we have a trade.
We got a trade.
The Minnesota Vikings have traded the number 11 overall pick. Hold on. A 4th round pick and a 5th round pick to the Jets in exchange to move up 1 pick to pick number 10 and number 203.
You know what that means? Because the Vikings are about to get their quarterback.
Yep. But you also know what this means. The Jets might get Neighbors. No, Neighbors gone.
Neighbors gone.
That's Brock or Olu if they want to get a left tackle to protect Aaron Rodgers.
If you're the Jets, go take Brock Bowers.
I think they should go tackle.
I think Brock is sliding just because of the
old. Well, no, you know
what?
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Positional value.
Yeah, it's Aaron Rodgers. Don't get no offensive lineman. Just fuck him. Just don't protect him. Don't protect him. Man, and the Vikings pick is in. So, yeah, how you feeling? How you feeling, Mikey? Again, so we giving this an A+ tonight.
We giving this an A++. I mean, obviously, there's no way you can't tell me we aren't the winners of the draft right now. You get your quarterback position. You get a talent like Roma Dunze to fall at number 9. The draft worked out perfectly. We were all talking about we wanted either Roma or Neighbors. So that worked out perfectly. J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy is a new Viking.
And J.J. McCarthy goes to the Vikings, So
now,
this is a win.
Hey, I will say this. It will be a competition. Now that it's J.J. McCarthy, it is a competition on which quarterback comes into a better position. Because we got Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. They got 2 bookends at tackle, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. The running back position, they got Aaron Jones now. Hey, if JJ McCarthy is as good as advertised, this is going to be a fun division. However, Bang still believes that he will be the head coach of Nazareth Academy in LaGrange Park by the time he's 30. So we will see. So hey man, our man Joe is going to be joining the show. He did get a question with Roma Dunze on the Zoom, so he's going to be joining us before we dip out today. And that's a draft room, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the Washington Commanders had over there. They just did it at the Park District. That's where they did their draft room at the Park District. But what do we feel about J.J. McCarthy, though, with those weapons in Minnesota? And Minnesota not having to trade up to go get them the way that they thought they was going to do it.
Forgot I was on camera for a second. I think it's going to be a very good move. I think if he's who they say he is, I think every year we get a quarterback that gets hyped and, they try to, prop them up to be a guy that they're not. So I don't want to sit here and just guarantee it because, like, again, much like Caleb, he's coming into a very good situation. Like you said, the Vikings offense is not going to be bad. They got to protect him a little bit, but if this is the guy you're going with, and they also brought in Sam Darnold, so I don't think JJ will have the pressure to start immediately. But I think he's also a guy that if he shows flashes, they're going to put him in there and see what they got. So, bro, our division is going to be a very exciting division next season.
Yep.
Like,
For sure.
like without a doubt, like hands down.
Definitely a situation where when you look at the NFL, if you want to ask yourself what division has the best crop of young QBs, it's now the NFC North. Oh man, Mikey, what do you think about what we're seeing right now with the NFC North?
I mean, there's a youth movement. Jared Goff is the oldest quarterback, and he's nowhere. I don't think, what is he, 28?
He barely,
So
yeah.
Future
he's,
is
he's
now old man.
yeah. So there's a youth movement going on in the NFC North. We're seeing we have playmakers on every team. Even for the Packers, they don't have elite level talent, but they seem to have a quarterback and an offensive minded head coach where you can get guys open. Dontavius Wicks, guys like that, Christian Watson. So, I think the NFC North is going to be a bloodbath. I've been saying that I think this has the opportunity to be one of the most competitive divisions, along with the AFC North in football. So it's going to be interesting. I'm really going to be keeping my eyes peeled to what Minnesota does as far with JJ McCarthy. They have Sam Darnold right now. So does Sam Darnold start? Because JJ McCarthy is young. JJ McCarthy really shouldn't be starting in year one. But the NFC North is lit right now, and it's hard to look at what's going on in Chicago and in Detroit and not be, excited for, these matchups to come.
Man, so right now as we look, they're celebrating JJ McCarthy. The Jets is up next. Following them is the Denver Broncos, the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the Raiders is an interesting group.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was looking at the trade details. The Vikings were the pick behind the Jets, right?
Yep.
The Jets weren't going to take J.J. McCarthy, were they?
Nah, they probably end up just in a situation where
the Broncos and the Raiders.
The Broncos or the Raiders was going to try to come up.
The Broncos or Raiders were trying to come up. A lot of people had Michael Penix Jr. Tapped into the Raiders. So, obviously he goes way earlier than we thought. The Broncos with their situation, now they're looking at maybe do they trade back and still get somebody like Bo Nix.
That makes sense if they were doing it to stop the Broncos, because I'm like, they moved up only one spot, but they also gave up an additional pick. So I'm just
Yeah. And the way the picks work for the NFL is they all have a point value.
Yeah.
So, it might have been worth, whatever. And to move up, they had to come and obviously they got to match that point and also probably give a little bit more just to box out, a team like Sean Payton and the Broncos.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I really want to see, I know we won't be on for the Broncos pick, but it's going to be really interesting to see what the Broncos do. Now that J.J. McCarthy is gone, and we're at 5 quarterbacks taken already through the first 11 picks.
I feel like that trade was I don't want Bo Nix trade. Like, I don't want to be stuck with Bo Nix because he's going to be the last one left. Even though what's buddy from South Carolina? He was getting a lot of NFL Spencer Rattler. And
I definitely think Spencer Rattler is going to be a day 2 pick. And then that's the question though, if you're Denver or if you are the Raiders, do you grab Bo Nix?
No, that just sounds like failure waiting to happen in like the typical Raiders thing. Like I'm not big on Bo Nix at all, bro. Like I'm not a fan of reaching for a quarterback just because you need one. Because if he ain't a guy, then you just fucked off a draft pick. So I'm anti-Bo in every way. I'm surprised. And also I think if Vegas wanted Bo, they damn near would have traded up. They would have called New York because it's Denver than Vegas. So you probably would have saw another move. So
no, I think that the Raiders was not expecting Michael Penix to go at 8.
Shit,
that was fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on that.
No, go ahead.
No, you know what? I didn't when I said that, I meant because Kirk Cousins' contract is 4 years, right? So even if he does, Michael Penix is turning 24 in 2 weeks. I had to make sure I was not crazy. I'm not. That man will be 24 in 2 weeks. If he sits the full length of Kirk Cousins' contract, which is unlikely, right? But why would you pay him that?
I know,
why would you pay him that if you're supposed to draft a quarterback?
I mean, probably because all of the guaranteed money is up in 2 years. So I really think after those 2 years, they're gonna either cut Kirk or they're gonna move on from Kirk. But I think the plan is to have.
And I mean, again, I wish I could say that. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, they are smarter than me. Let's go ahead and just put that out. These people are smarter than me. But again, it doesn't make sense to me to pay this man that much money for 2 years, even.
Yeah.
Am I?
No. I mean, because they're probably just projecting that, based on the way based on the way QB contracts are going now. Yeah, that you and your old quarterback has a torn meniscus.
Dislocated. The throwing and the throwing is crazy.
I was right on this pick. The Jets pick Olu Fashanu, left tackle, Penn State. So now Aaron Rodgers has somebody that's going to protect him. I don't know if he's going to start at right or left tackle. I know that they picked up Tyron Smith. What's up, Courtney?
That offense and that defense looking real nice.
Fashanu's nice, man. Fashanu is nice. Fashanu's nice, and you gotta protect Aaron Rodgers' old ass.
Hey, Courtney, it ain't gonna mean shit because as soon as Aaron Rodgers ass step back, the motherfucker
72 seconds.
Motherfucker like this. Nigga Achilles gonna look like this after the first practice. This shit gonna.
Oh man.
That motherfucker gonna look like a throat yelling. His Achilles just gonna be like. Nah, let me stop playing. It says Achilles supposed to be stronger than ever now. Denver is up on the clock along with the Las Vegas and Courtney's New Orleans Saints, who now was hoping that they would get a left tackle, and all the best was gone.
Bo Nix, come on down.
Or will Denver do it? Is Denver the place? Is Denver the place? Hey, Denver now has Zach Wilson.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you. Do you think they're gonna try to resurrect Zach Wilson?
If Sean Payton is the quarterback coach, if he's who he say he is, Zach Wilson is the steal of the draft. If he is who he say he is. So if I'm Denver, the pick is not Bo Nix. It's something else. Maybe it's wide receiver. You traded Jerry Jeudy, right? You need to replace him. So maybe it's Brian Thomas Jr. I don't know, but maybe it's defense. I don't know. But if Sean Payton is who they say he is, then damn it.
No, Zach he loves his white quarterbacks. So yes, I I would not be shocked at all if they took Bo Nix.
Yes, he does. So they need to go ahead and make
Bo Nix
that happen.
and Zach Wilson, that's like everything that he's ever wanted in a
Oh, that's Bo Nix' house? Oh, Bo Nix' house looks like Mama's family. Like that. Bo Nix' house looks like Mama's Family 2024. That's what that looks like right there. Mama's Family 2024. Man, oh, that's a text I didn't expect to see right there. Where we
I'm
at?
not gonna lie, man. I'm in a little bit of shock right now. I can't believe that the Bears were able to pull off this draft kind of the way that we have been talking about for the last 4 or 5 months.
What's that?
You know, just being able to get Caleb Williams and then to get one of the top 3 wide receivers. Like, you know, we knew we were going to be able to get the best quarterback on the board, but we knew that there were some hurdles to jump with, you know, as far as getting a wide receiver. Plenty of times as Chicago sports fans, you know, the Bulls constantly getting the 7th pick and us being upset with who we get.
Yeah.
You know, the Bears going ahead and, you know, last year there was a lot of pushback, you know, on the fact that we passed on Jalen Carter to get Darnell Wright. You know, and the years before that, you know, Ryan Pace's first year with the quarterback, with the second round, with him going back to back, you know, with defensive backs and Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon. So to be able to actually see them pour resources into the quarterback, into the offense, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot we had Keenan Allen.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a new day when it comes to this team. Only time will tell. We know we still got rookie mini camps and training camp and the Hall of Fame game. And yeah, you could go ahead and give this team hard knocks because that would be great to see them on there. But for the first time in a while, even past the Justin Fields thing when they end up trading up to get him, this is the first time in quite some time during the draft where the feeling is restored. I don't want to get cliches and be like restore the roar or some shit with the monsters of the Midway, but you got a stadium announcement the day before. Right. You got a new quarterback and a new wide receiver, so they get to grow with each other. That's the best part about it too. That wide receiver room is the best in the NFL with DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and Keenan Allen, whether Keenan Allen is a rental or not.
Right.
So yeah, it feels like the Bears are in a great place, especially with the defense, that they had and finishing the season the way that they did. But the Broncos pick is in, and then Las Vegas and the New Orleans Saints is next. We're still waiting for Joe to pop up. He's going to try to get a question from Rome Odunze on the Bears Zoom, and once that happens, then he's going to slide on over here. So we're going to go ahead and continue this coverage of the NFL draft to make sure that Brother Joe slides on. Shouts out to Scott. Hopefully you over there watching and excited about what you are seeing, and definitely can't wait to get you back here on I Ain't Gonna Hold You on Monday to discuss the Bears draft and his thoughts and feelings on that. So look at the Broncos room too. See, I like looking at these draft rooms. Because
nobody ever beat Cliff Kingsbury drafting from his living room.
Yeah,
like, that was the flyest shit ever.
That was cold.
Hey, when there was a possibility that he could be the Bears offensive coordinator, we was sending him like real estate homes and shit. Like,
we really was on Instagram like, hey, bro, you know they got this condo for sale.
They got this condo for fam. Go ahead, we got you.
2.3. So, it seems reasonable.
Oh, it's definitely reasonable for what he got. These big hats too. We got to stop it with these big hats.
That Broncos room looking crazy compared to ours, ain't it?
Hey, it's a lot of color in ours.
Man, six quarterbacks taken in the first 12. That's insane. I honestly don't think it's because of talent. I think it's just more off of a need.
Yeah.
We saw last year the likes of Jake Browning, Ben DiNucci. We saw some really terrible Tyson Bagent. We saw some really terrible quarterback play last year. So I can see what they on.
And yeah, I don't like this pick.
I don't like it at all either.
And not because I don't like see that house, y'all. That looks like Mama's Family 2020. It look like Mama's Family 2024, fam. That's what that looks like. That looks like Vicki Lawrence.
That is a traditional SEC home, sir.
Oh, yes.
That is what that is.
Very traditional SEC home.
I would say a booster bought that house.
But nah, man, I don't like this pick only because if Sean Payton is who he say he is, he got that already. He has that as Zach Wilson, so he got that already. But now, if I'm the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm stuck with Aiden McConnell or O'Connell, and who else? Who else is their quarterback? Gardner Minshew.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Damn.
And it was funny because a lot of Raider fans was cracking Justin Fields jokes. Talking about they didn't want him, and now who the fuck they gonna have now?
You would be so lucky.
And they about to draft Spencer Rattler, fam. What? Fuck it, let's just go get Spencer Rattler.
We need a guy. Fuck it, we need somebody.
We need a guy. Like, yo, we just got to get somebody. Man, this is nasty for Antonio Pierce and the Raiders. This is nasty for him. I feel sorry for him. But yeah. Hold on.
They got Brock Bowers.
Who that?
They're gonna get a steal. Somebody's gonna get a steal with Brock.
I mean, if I'm the Raiders, fuck it. You need weapons around them. But man, let's go back to this Falcons pick. Let's go back to this Falcons pick. Like you said, like was your Atlanta chat popping, Dante?
They talking about it right now. The Kings Landing, they cool with it just off the strength that they like Michael Penix, So that was a pick that they're okay with. The city overall is not happy with it. I got a lot of people asking me, why the fuck did we pay Kirk Cousins all that money? Same thing Courtney said. A lot of people are, repeating those sentiments because, on the surface, it does look kind of crazy. You pay Kirk, it was 144, would have a much guaranteed. Yep. But yeah, I really see that was a sign, especially when they started emphasizing the 2 years. And, with Kirk's age, everybody ain't Tom. Everybody's not going to play today in their 40s. I think Kirk, they're going to look at this 2-year deal. They're going to develop Michael Penix, and then they're going to probably get Kirk out of there. Hopefully they get a deep playoff run up out of him. But I see they're going to pass that torch one way or another. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. 6 quarterbacks in the first 12.
It's ridiculous. 6 in the Penix one is insane. The Penix one is the one that's really. The Penix one is the one that really throws me off.
I'm in the comments. I'm in the comments.
A future insurance salesman.
Wait, that other one on top of that one is nuts. You might need to go get some medical attention, Josh.
Yeah.
You might need to seek your local physician, bro. That sounds like, that sounds that's an emergency, fam.
Oh, the Raiders did it.
Did what?
They took Brock.
Brock Bowers?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, they took Brock.
Wait, don't they got Buddy Michael Mayer from Notre Dame?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie though, Brock Bowers, he's a Raider. But you watch him play football, he fits the Raider Nation perfectly. That's a really good pick. I mean, because they asked, so he probably didn't want to go there, but
he don't look too happy.
He's like, fuck, who's throwing me the ball, bro?
Yeah,
fuck. Not in the Athens, Georgia no more.
Fucking Aiden McConnell. That's who's throwing me the ball? Fucking Aiden McConnell. Or Gardner Minshew. Fuck. Yeah, that's the first time. Hey, that's probably the first pick that has happened where you could tell that the person who got drafted wasn't necessarily happy about where he got drafted at. But Courtney, your team is up next. What are your expectations?
I have none.
You have none.
It's facts. Brock's like a wide receiver. He's
so him and Dante. And is Hunter Renfrow still?
I understand why they took Olu Fashanu to the Jets, but they needed another
I mean,
weapon.
just like go get Dallas Turner. I'd be okay with Dallas Turner.
Oh, I just
Rock-
noticed. Yeah, he's not been drafted yet.
I'd be okay with Dallas Turner.
Okay, leg sleeve. You see Shorty? Who was that?
It's a leg sleeve.
Oh yeah. That's definitely sis.
That's
Yeah,
sis.
100%, 100%, 1000%.
Shorty in the brown next to him. That's his. It's like, yeah, baby, we getting married tomorrow, right? Look at that draft room. They like, fuck. Yeah, that's cool.
That's what we had left. We had to do it.
Yeah, Mark Davis is not excited at all.
He wanted a quarterback. He's a nut.
He want the fat. I'm shocked he didn't get the fastest person in the draft. He's like, oh. So man, so
The
Dallas
Yankees
Turner.
are terrible.
Oh, what happened?
Nah, the Yankees are terrible. Losing 2 of 3 today.
Sorry, I told y'all live right next to the stadium. There's no events tonight. There's a Mavs game tomorrow. But like, there's people that just ran through the damn parking garage, and I have no idea why.
They're celebrating Brock Bowers to the.
Yeah, they celebrated.
All right, real quick, Bang. You asked me what's going on in Atlanta. One of my homegirls, she at the draft party. She said, one fan said out loud, "I need a drink." Most people are just shaking their head. I'm about to go grab one my damn self.
Damn.
So,
Who did they want? Who did they want?
A lot of them wanted Dallas Turner. Like they wanted go defensive tackle.
And if you look at best players available on ESPN, Dallas Turner, followed by Quinion Mitchell, Taron Arnold, 2 cornerbacks, Toledo and Alabama. Latu over at UCLA, Brian Murphy II and Texas. Those are your top 5 best players available. So some good players out there. But what in the hell do the Saints need?
Right tackle.
Looking at the tackle position.
Yeah, they need some
D tackle. Could it be Byron Murphy?
What about there was a dude I saw on TikTok, like a guy from Oregon State.
Talking about wide receiver?
No, he's like a tackle.
Oh, Fatanu.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Fuaga, because there's Troy Fatanu. I think Troy Fatanu is Washington. Fuaga is I mean, y'all need that.
But again, this is every single year with this team. It's never the flashy pick. It's always the tackles or the offensive.
Right. Well, I mean, you weren't happy with the Chris Olave pick. That was a nice pick.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'd say probably the last 6. If I'm going back by memory, the past 6 or 7 drafts, they've definitely taken some form of
Cesar Ruiz in the first round. Yeah, like they definitely have taken it. I get it. It's not that inspiring, and that's what fans, we want the sexy picks. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you got to build your team through the trenches, especially when you have an older quarterback like Carr. I don't know how much longer he's going to be their quarterback. But let's talk about the Broncos getting rid of Russell Wilson for Bo Nix and Zach Wilson. Like,
I'm sorry.
And Jared Stidham. That competition.
He just didn't like Sean Payton just didn't like that nigga. He didn't like Russ. That's all.
It has to be that, because that makes no logical sense.
Wait, so let me ask y'all this. I know we obviously talking about everybody, but let's go back to the NFC North just for a second because we're really excited. I'm just looking at the weapons across the entire division. Like with the Vikings, now JJ has Aaron Jones at running back, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
We now have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet, what's buddy we just signed from the Rams, the other tight end?
Gerald Everett.
That's what I'm saying. This is oh my God. I'm so fucking happy for y'all. I'm no shade. I'm absolutely elated for you all. Now go do something with that shit. Please.
Okay.
We are.
That's all.
We are.
I pray that the Bears have a fantastic season, because I can't imagine what the state of you people will be
The next thing is for us to see the schedule. I would like to see the schedule release and see, how that stacks out because that's the next exciting thing I think the NFL has on their calendar. And then you get rookie training camp, and before we know it,
My TV is not on.
As a holistic from the organization, and I know y'all fans are ready to get us to get out there and handle business. So the Bears, let's do it.
that
You gotta say
Caleb.
bear down though. Yeah.
Have the Saints picked yet?
They're about to pick right now, and we're actually gonna go. I just hit up Scott just to check on Joe. They got him running around, so we're gonna go to this last pick, this Indianapolis pick, and then we're gonna save the rest of the coverage for Monday. For I ain't gonna hold you,
Perfect.
but the pick is in for the new. Oh, they got a choir singing.
I just saw it because I thought maybe I missed it.
Got a whole band over there. They must be singing "Dance to the Music." Dance. That looks like that type of band that sings that song. So, man, could it be Brian Thomas?
I like Brian Thomas Jr.
Would you? I mean, they need a replacement for Michael Thomas.
They need O-line, man. They need O-line.
I mean, who the fuck they gonna get out here?
Well, first and foremost, their quarterback is ass. Like, let's talk about that. He's not good. He's another one of those, Bible Belt warriors who hides behind that shit. He is not that good, bro. Like, and he always wanted. Let me not do that, but no, he's just not that good. So I really wonder what the Saints are gonna do going forward, bro. Because you don't have a backup. Just Taysom Hill shit. Stop it. Jameis is gone. He's in Cleveland now. So I mean, I really wonder, like, when are you going to actually get into a new, start to reset that clock and get you an actual quarterback in there?
Yeah, 100%. Courtney, do you see now why we are so elated?
Yeah.
Do you see this? This was just 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. The Bears receiving corps was N'Keal Harry, Darnell Mooney, Velus Jones Jr., Byron Pringle, and Cole Kmet. How far? And mind you, they told Justin Fields to go be successful with that.
This is Arizona State legend N'Keal Harry erasure, and I won't stand for it.
Oh, Eminem's dropping a new album.
Terrible.
But also,
He's also
he
terrible.
did not pan out.
Eminem's dropping a new album called "Death of Slim Shady."
Yeah, that explains why he's been on the NFL circuit.
Well, Talisi Fayuga, the
well,
guy from you go
from Morgan State, Mikey.
There you go.
There you go. He's solid.
Yeah.
My boy said those fans don't even know who Buddy was. There's fucking 3 Saints fans there.
Yeah, but when you're from the Pacific Island, I trust you. All right.
Facts.
Not everybody's saying that in agreement.
Hey man, look, especially if you Samoan or from Samoan descent, I trust you. Shouts out to the Booyah Tribe.
Shouts out to the Tribal Warrior.
Yeah. So man, we got one more pick before we say our final goodbyes to our live coverage of the draft. But the Indianapolis Colts, Anthony Richardson. What's crazy is it seems like Anthony Richardson is the forgotten quarterback.
Go and get him a wide receiver.
You said it?
I said go and get him a wide receiver.
I mean, they got what was that? They got Michael Pittman Jr. Who else is over there? I forgot my man's name. Josh Downs, right?
Yeah, Josh Downs, young boy Alex Pierce. I don't know who their tight end is. I don't know if it's Mo Alley Cox, Pause. Who's their running back? Jonathan Taylor.
Yep. And Zach Moss is still over there too, right?
No, he was a free agent and he left, I believe.
Hey, quick question. Let me ask y'all this.
What's up?
15 picks.
Uh-huh.
Not a single defensive player has been selected yet.
I was just about to say that.
Fantasy football draft shit.
Would you, if you're Ryan Poles, like I mentioned it earlier, trade back up, get your defensive end, and get the fuck out of Detroit? Like, what do we need to be there for?
DT or DN? Yeah, I mean,
move up, get a guy, and get the fuck out of there. Go home.
Carolina too.
We back at the crib with it.
I don't do that because I don't
Bro,
know.
if you walk
I don't
away
know.
with three studs, and
You
you
have
still got all
to
these
look at
fucking
your
picks next
board,
year.
right? But you have to look at their board, and if their board is similar to what this. Okay, this is my logic, right? So clearly they had Caleb Williams as number one. They probably had Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and Rome Odunze. Those are their four, right? So they got two of the four. How you got to think that they had Joe Alt ahead, probably Olo Fashanu ahead. Their board was probably 10 deep of offensive players before they got to one of the defensive ends. So I don't know if you do that. I think maybe if somebody slides, like say for example, right? We're seeing a slide right now on Jared Verse, on Byron Murphy, on DJ or Dallas Turner, right? Say if somebody like Chop Robinson is there, say early second round tomorrow, do you maybe package up for that? Defensive end out of Penn State. I just don't know if you want to give up a lot to get back into the first. I think we could see maybe a trade up tomorrow if somebody slides. Also, you have to remember next year's draft value doesn't have the same amount of value as what it would be for this year's draft class.
Yeah, and the only thing I say to that is, hey, Carolina's still gonna be tough. I mean, Huff. But you're on mute.
Yeah, you want to hold it. You want to hold on to that. You want to hold on to something that's in the top.
Yeah,
that's still be in the 30s. Because we're trying to be picked 20. Next year. So
no, that Carolina pick might feel like a late round first.
Breaking news: Kirk Cousins was not given a heads up that the Atlanta Falcons would be taking Michael Penix Jr.
No, wow.
Interesting. And they gave him $100 million guaranteed.
No.
$100 million guaranteed is the only heads up he needs.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That direct deposit notification is all I need.
You think we gave you $100? You think we gave you $100 million to compete with this guy? Like, shut up.
Right.
Like we gave you money, fam. Chill out.
The Colts are gonna shock the world and draft his white cornerback.
They said, wasn't that Cooper DeJean?
Yeah, no, they already saying he need to play safety.
They should go ahead and take.
Don't tell Will Compton that. Man,
there's a lot of good defensive guys left, man.
Lots, fam. Is this the first time or the longest it's been? Did I hear you say this is the longest it's been since in the draft where a defensive player has not been taken?
I could see that. We have 15 and counting. Let's see who.
The pick is in for the Colts.
They probably gonna pick a corner, but they need defense. They need a defensive guy.
They need a corner. So could it be Arnold or Mitchell, Toledo or Alabama? Where's Kool-Aid? Where's Kool-Aid McKinstry?
Kool-Aid McKinstry, they have seen he was projected late first round.
Orlando says if Poles trades back and gets Turner, build a statue. You goddamn right. I'll double down on that and say we're going to Super Bowl this year. I don't give a damn.
Right.
I'll take the chance. I will put the money on FanDuel right now if that is the case. Definitely.
What that punk ass Packer fan that's always talking crazy on Twitter? Peter Bukowski. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah. Peter Bukowski.
Go check it. Go check his timeline.
No, look at that coach. That coach war room. We need to fix that. It's not a lot of color there. Man, fuck these Packers fans. He was spitting. Am I the only one that sees Packers fans wearing Packer gear and just want to muff them?
He's talking about my wide receiver one in this draft. I hate it. Dodge the Drake made to the Vikings bullet, but Rome to the Bears would be pretty annoying. Then he said, draft is just putting a little more pressure on the Packers this year because it'll be the worst chance the Bears and Vikings have for the next few years with rookie QBs. If those guys are good, it only gets tougher. He's starting to cop, please.
And let's see what his pick is.
Defense, finally.
Oh, I didn't expect it to be him though.
Not him.
Oh. See, now that's the pick I'm scared of because of the injury history.
Yeah, that neck.
Yeah, Latu. That's the one that I'm scared of because of his injury history. But he goes 15 to the Colts, and that means that the free fall for Dallas Turner continues, but it feels like somebody like the Seahawks is going to pick him up. Mike McDonald, the new head coach, comes over from the Baltimore Ravens, so it's interesting. So, look, man, let's end this off by giving our final thoughts of the night, how this draft looked for the Bears or your favorite team. Courtney, let's start off with you. How do you feel about this draft? Who do you think so far is the winner of this draft so far
The
on
Bears.
paper?
The Bears. The Bears. The Bears. And I'm definitely in agreement with whoever said if he can trade up and get defense and get out of Detroit. Ooh, I don't know which one of y'all that was. Yeah, build the statue for sure. The Bears won the draft. It's already over.
Hey, man. Well, we hope to win a Super Bowl so
That's
we can.
That's
So
the real goal.
next year, so we can make you proud. Mikey, how do you feel about this draft, man?
I feel bad for my girl because what I'm about to do. But no, it's been a perfect draft. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little afraid that they were gonna do the okey doke and the typical Chicago Bears thing and pass on Roma Dunze or Malik Neighbors if given the opportunity, maybe trade back, go defense, get the more picks. I'm glad for the first time that they're that we're seeing a team in real time actually evaluate the talent that's available instead of compensation and draft pick compensation and just hoarding picks. Next year, we got 9 of those. Like I said, that we're no longer rebuilding. If you look at the roster is pretty much set. We do need another edge rusher. So maybe that is somebody like a Unique Ngakwe. Maybe they explore a Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson? Trey Hendrickson
Yep.
trade. Maybe maybe a veteran gets cut and they just put, a veteran defensive end opposite side, Montez Sweat. But the roster is there. The roster is set. We know who the starters are. So the Bears are definitely the winner. The most confusing pick so far, obviously, is going to be Michael Penix with the Falcons. And the pick that I like the most so far outside of us would I think have to be, man, what's his name? Joe Alt, because Joe Alt and you put Rashawn Slater, on the offensive line. Harbaugh likes to play bully ball, so that's perfect for them. So although it's not the sexy pick, and they do need wide receiver help, I think we need to start maybe keeping our eyes peeled to them for a T. Higgins trade. One of those guys out there. But I think Joe Alt is going to be one of those guys. You plug and play Rashawn Slater, you got your 2 tackles for the next 10 years.
All right, Dante.
Yeah, the winner is definitely the Bears. Like you said, this really couldn't have came out better for us. I think this is exactly what we wanted. You got 2 guys on the offensive side of the ball. We wanted them to see a heavy investment on the offensive side because we've seen defense in other years, and that's what we got. So I think the Bears are definitely the winners in this draft. The only surprise is the Michael Penix pick, but I think it's one of those picks that we may trash it now, but it may work out in Atlanta's favor because one thing they didn't have when Matt Ryan left was that bridge to the new guy. And now they have that. And so I think that'll be a benefit for them.
Hey, man, Bears win. Like, this is a great day for Bears fans. This is a great week. We had renderings of a potential new stadium. Looks great. Caleb Williams. And everything fell in place. We end up getting the wide receiver that we want in Roma Dunze too. So, yeah, bear down. I feel very comfortable about where we sit in this division as well. One of the easiest schedules in the NFL. And I know we'll talk about that a little bit more as we get to the season, especially when the schedule comes out. But I'm very excited about what we are seeing from what we saw from the Chicago Bears, and very interesting to see what these their last 3 picks is going to be. As far as shock though, it's the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm reading this tweet from Jane Slater. As we sit in shock over the Atlanta pick, a source tells me that Kirk Cousins, just as shocked and disappointed, never said anything to him or his reps about a QB in the first round, despite suggesting they would. Still, it is a business. Very interesting what's going to happen in that Atlanta room, because Kirk Cousins was probably looking for this as a long-term situation and not something that's short-term. So, hey, look, man, we thank you all for sticking with us. 2.5 hours of coverage of the NFL draft. We have 15 more. Well, no, excuse me. We had pick 16. So we got about 17 picks left. So y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned. Also, before we get out of here, can't help but to thank our sponsor, Pillars. We're powered by Pillars. And shouts out to HNB Media TV for Mikey, Dante, Courtney. We are out. Make sure y'all check us out this Monday for more coverage on I Ain't Gonna Hold You. Peace.